entered the I don't know what to call it, the excavation site that we were told about. Crossed past a pit trap that someone got stuck in. Won't name any names. Come across some cultists that ended up sacrificing someone and summoned a giant centipede and a couple other centipedes, giant centipedes. We've sort of made the conclusion that the cultists were sacrificing farmers.
Well, they sacrificed one farmer, right?
Yeah, so we've sort of guesstimated that that the whole farmer crisis, farmers going missing, might be the cause. We've traveled a bit deeper into the temple or tomb or whatever sort of site this is.
Sure.
And
the lost temple of Idris.
Is it? Oh, yeah, there you go. And I believe Ramundo and
Fizzgig.
Was it Ramundo and Fizzgig? Yeah, were across a 30-foot wide gap, looking at a pile of bones, and that's where we finished our last session.
Cool. Yeah. Anybody else want to add anything? Or any questions before we start?
No.
Tim?
I guess so I'm still wild shaped as a lizard.
Yep.
Giant riding lizard. We are level 3 at this point.
Yep. We all leveled up.
All right. So as far as spell slots and stuff go, we are able to use those, right?
Yep. They totally refresh when you level up. Because sometimes we'll level up like in a dungeon or something, some event happens, but your hit points or hit dice don't reset. That's the only caveat.
Right.
Anybody else want to add anything? Fizzgig, you want to say anything? You good to go? Gonna say goodbye to your buddy?
No, I've already said goodbye. He's already gone. I do have one question for Ramondo. Since the spells are reset, does that mean you're able to get me back across the big giant pit, or would that not be able to happen again?
Oh, I'm still the lizard, so I'm still you can still ride like my back and stuff like that. He is meant for riding, so it's
all right.
Comfortable ride.
Fizzgig, do I need to get you in here?
Yeah, I'm in the over. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, I tried to summon you. There you go, buddy. Okie dokie. Yeah, because you can see, you asked a question because you can see him. He's like already a lizard. It says crocodile, but I have the morphs for you now, at least for a few of them. I can't turn you into the tiny scorpion, but we'll figure something out if you want to do that. Cool. Everybody needs to roll initiative. I rolled a 9.
Is it in the same order as what it currently is? Or?
Yeah, I would normally auto-roll the initiative like we talked about, Morgween. Right? Is that how I say your name?
No.
Morgan?
Morgwen.
Gwen.
Yes, 20.
I mentally in my head I think about Gwent too, that game in Witcher, so I have to kind of Morgwen.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Yeah, we'll try to auto roll the initiative once I get that situated from my end. So help speed it up, but that's okay. Morgwen rolls a 23. Fizzgig, what'd you roll? 20?
I rolled a 20.
Ramundo rolls a 7. Tim?
I got a 19. I guess it's not showing up on your side.
It does not, because you have to switch it to public or something. Ray?
No, I rolled a 2.
Whoa. And Neji is just not here. I have him in last order in case he shows up.
So I rolled a 4, but yeah.
Okay. It's that bad.
It was a nat 2. It was a nat 2.
It is what it is.
It doesn't really matter because I'm probably going to be like...
Morgwen is up first. Let me load up the timer too. Let me just get a little bit more ready here. We're right now in the middle. We're in the dungeon. Let me load up some more stuff here real quick. Usually have this all ready, but just have it out of order.
You may have to give me control of the crocodile.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. No rush.
You won't be able to move it yet. It's not your turn, by the way, if that's what you were trying to do.
No, I was just trying to get a hold. Yeah.
Here you go, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, I see.
Wanted to see my morphs.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah, it's badass.
Morgwyn is up first. There's 3 shadows that have just begun to spring out and attack people. You guys are kind of separated. As Ramundo and Fizzgig are moving through, as soon as you see the dim light, one of the shadows cast along the wall suddenly leaps off directly at you. Vaguely humanoid in shape, the shadow forms lunges, seeking to envelop you with its life-draining aura of undeath. Morgwyn is up.
Okay. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
So...
You're on the other side of the pit.
Yep.
There is a pit with a tunnel that Neji was like searching through last game, kind of, but he backed away and came back. I'm just going to move Neji out of the way for now.
So, with my 18 dexterity and my +6 to acrobatics,
Sure.
can I do a double move, like sort of run, jump, kick off the wall, and catch the other side?
It's pretty long. It's pretty far. I don't know what your standing
30
long.
feet.
Yeah, I don't know what your standing long jump thing is, or your running long jump. I would probably say the DC is like 20.
I gotta get a 14 or better.
Yeah. So, but if you miss it, you just fall 10 feet and take 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Take 2d6 bludgeoning. You know what? I'm gonna call this my double move.
Cool.
Try to do it. So I don't know if you wanna, because I
Yeah, it's a
30
dash.
feet of movement,
Sure.
but I'm 5 feet away from where the jump point would be.
Roll
So
it up.
come on, 14 or better. There you go.
Easy.
I
Make it to the other side of
You
the
know
cliff.
what? I actually do a little flourish when I land. Like, yeah, respect. That will
Fizzgig.
be my whole turn. I'm gonna give Fizzgig a bardic inspiration.
Cool.
When you level up, those come back, right?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Fizzgig is up.
This is daunting. Okay, I'm gonna...
The dim candlelight, the pile of bones, the circle of candles, something grim has happened here. And shadows out of the shadows have become alive and begin to attack you. Yeah, they're really dark.
I'm just gonna straight up use Fireball, since it's pretty much all I can do.
Okay.
Did I cast Fireball to the one closest to us, which is
Sure.
on the left of the crocodile?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Roll to attack. Nice.
20.
That's a hit. They have an AC of 12. They're pretty beefy. 9 fire
9
damage. It's not even bloodied. Tim is up. Is that the end of your turn, or you want to do anything else?
Yeah, I want to move.
Move your character.
I'm gonna move to here.
Yep. Kick over one of the candles that is lit. Right.
Yeah.
Tim is up.
Okay, the pit is about 20 feet across, right?
Do we have your shadow thing in the system?
No, I haven't put it in yet.
Fail.
I'll do it later.
I'll just have to copy paste.
It's okay. It's about 20 feet, right, across this.
It's 30 feet. You saw Morgwyn do like kind of like a Neo in the Matrix thing. He like has it very acrobatic for an old man. He skips across, climbing a little bit, but Skitter's using his whole movement to get across. Basically climbing across the wall and jumping a little bit.
Okay, I don't understand how we're gonna get across without any sort of help.
You got to be skilled.
Or wait for me.
I mean, I've got acrobatics. Would that allow me to do a leap?
DC 20.
DC 20, is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I guess I'll hold my action until I can get some other method of getting across.
Okay. You take the dodge action, or what you want?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll take the dodge action, and I'll be like, "Hey, let's get somebody here to get us across."
And your camera just went out, Steve, as well. The shadows move up to attack Raimundo. Let me see how far this one is away. This one can get up to you, Fizz. It moves around Raimundo enough to get around. Then the two come up to Raimundo and out of the shadow and attack. I'll do 2 attacks onto Raimundo. Attack number 1. What's your AC as a croc?
As the crocodile, I think it's 12.
Yeah, I hit you with a 13 for 9 necrotic damage. And you need to make a... What is it? And it hits you and it does strength damage automatically. You take 1d4 strength damage. I will roll that. You take 4 strength damage in your... I'm going to say it's in your crocodile form. Because that's the form that's being affected, that you're in right now. That'll attack you. These ability score stuff, they don't come up very much with monsters. I'll attack one more time. I hit you with a 12 for another 9 necrotic damage. Are you out of your... How much HP
I'll
you got?
I'll be out at that point.
Okay, why don't you let me morph you back like this. Pretty cool, huh? So
Cool.
Now you take the strength damage though in Raimundo's form. I'm rolling pretty well at that. You take another 4 strength damage. The last one attacks with almost like a you can see its form now fully embraced in the candlelight. Here comes Neji. We'll get him in here. Glad he showed up. Neji, you died. He can't respond because his audio is still connecting. Hey, Neji, you got to reroll a character. You already died, man. He's still connecting. We'll harass him in a minute. Let me attack you, buddy. Fizz. I roll a natural 20 against Fizz. I'll roll another d20, see if I super crit. You take 25 points of necrotic damage. Are you down?
I am. Oh wait, did we refresh our health from a level up?
No, you didn't. Your health does not reset.
Oh. Okay, then I'm down.
You're down. You'd also take 1d4 strength damage, 3 strength damage, and you take a stack of exhaustion as you drop to 0. Raimundo in his normal form is there, right?
Yep.
I have a quick question.
We just got to tell Neji something quick. Neji, you there? You're muted, buddy. And can you pan your camera down a smidge? I'm just getting like the decapitated forehead look from you. The Headless Horseman look. How you feeling, buddy? Did your League of Legends game go okay? Did you win?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Did your League of Legends... Did you win in League of Legends?
Yeah, I won. I thought it was 7:30.
No, it's 7, buddy. It's 7.
Has it always been 7?
It's always 7 o'clock on the dot, buddy. And I even sent out a message in Discord. Trying to tell you.
In the game at that point.
It's
but,
okay, man.
My bad.
I know those
I
Smite games and stuff can
7:30.
last like a half hour, so it's all good. But you did die, by the way, so you got to re-roll a new character.
Okay.
I'm just fucking with you, man. You haven't even I just put you last in the initiative count. We're doing the shadow attack right now. Do I need to summon you to the board, bud?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, let me get you in here. There you go, bud. Raimundo, sorry about that. You're up now, bud.
All right.
Sorry, I just had a quick question. How do I remove the strength stats?
I don't know how you do it in D&D Beyond. You can just mentally note of it. If your strength hits 0, then you're shit out of luck. Something bad happens. Raimundo's up. So just keep in mind that you have 3 strength damage. And then Raimundo, you took the strength damage now in your Raimundo form.
Right.
Okay. What do you want to do, bud?
So Yes, I can, as a second level spell, cast Blur on myself.
Yeah, it's a concentration spell.
Yep. And then I guess I'll bonus action, wild shape back into my lizard form.
Did you switch over to Moon Druid?
I get 2 of them a day, right? Oh no, that's right. It is an action, right? So
Yeah.
next round. So action is Blur, and I stand still, waiting for these guys.
Ray is up.
I have an idea to get
Okay.
across the chasm.
How do you want to get across?
I was thinking of running and jumping and then casting Thorn Whip to like latch on to the other side and pull me across.
I like that. That's cool. You just have to make an attack roll.
Yep, sweet as.
As you like conjure the whip out of your hand for like just an instant to try to lasso you across.
That's a 12.
We'll say the DC is still the same. It was like a 20, right, to get it to work, to like latch on the thorns. So I'm going to say you get like part of the way there. That was basically your action, but you do take 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
10 bludgeoning damage. Roll 2 5s.
All good.
But I moved your character there. That's kind of where you have it. Is you sprain your ankle.
Yeah.
And you fall on some bones. Crunch.
Yay. Alright, I think that's me, pretty much.
You see like a few centipedes scurrying around in the bottom of the base. Okay, Neji's up.
Okay. I don't see my character.
Because you're invisible.
Oh, okay. Cool. I see him now.
I had to review him.
There's
You're invisible. You were attacking the darkness.
There's this large chasm, right? I see here.
Yes. And you see Morgwyn, just kind of like he was able to skillfully like leap across, and of course people are kind of struggling to get back up to the group as the group pushed ahead, and some bad shit happened. Tim looks next to you. He's just like dodging. Nobody.
Is there some kind of like dexterity check I can make to?
Yeah, it's a DC
hardcore
20.
across this?
Acrobatics or athletics check. It's your choice.
Okay, acrobatics DC 20.
If you fail, it's like you fall into the clip, like what happened with Ray.
Okay. Oh, well, that's not.
So I'm gonna just put you. You hear another thud right next to you, Ray, as Neji slips.
Oh, wait.
Sorry, go
Hold
ahead.
on.
Yeah.
I can do. Wait. There's something I can do with my psionic die that lets me.
Oh, you're the psionic thing, right?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
I don't know. You got to tell me.
If I fail, I can roll one.
The soul knife
it wouldn't
thing?
matter. It wouldn't matter.
Okay.
I can only add up to 1d6, and I rolled a freaking 11.
Unfortunately, not good enough. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. Ray, you hear a thud right next to you.
You're down here with me.
So, wait. I took 10 points.
Yes, a bludgeoning damage.
Oh, then I'm down.
You're down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Success.
Shadows, man.
You take a stack of exhaustion as you drop to 0 and go unconscious, and you begin to bleed out. You see that you just took a sprained ankle, but Neji, unfortunately, he has a fractured leg.
That was one shot.
Morgwyn's up. It's great. I get to start rolling death saves in secret.
No.
It's our little level 1 encounter. Gets taken to the next level.
Yeah. I did load the
That's right.
Mad Echo character as well.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to do something, bud.
I can't get across. That's the problem.
Oh,
Damn it.
I thought you could summon your echo, and then you could like transfer with your echo.
I can only send the Echo 15 feet up here.
Oh, that sucks. Morgwyn's
Can
up.
it float? Can it float?
Morgwyn's up. No, it can't float. It's like a physical representation of you. It doesn't levitate or fly. Morgwyn is up.
Yep. Okay, so with my rapier in hand, I will take a slash at the one that I took a 5-foot step, and I'm going to take a slash at this guy, but I'm going to cast Green Flame Blade in an attempt to hit both.
Nice.
So here comes the attack.
Okay.
Does a 14
That does hit. Yeah, it's a 12 AC.
Oh, thank you. So the rapier
this will hurt,
is
too.
11 points of damage to him.
You slash the shadow. It like you see its visible like shadowy form, like scream as it kind of like just molds into the ground and dissipates.
And that's 5 points of damage to the one guy standing next to him.
Okay.
And I will use the rest of my movement to get to here.
Okay.
And that will end my turn.
The other shadow looks at you in silence. Fizzgig is up. I roll a death save for him in secret. Tim is up.
Can I use my glaive like a pole vault and then try to get across the gap? I guess.
DC 20 acrobatics check.
I can't get a lower DC by using the glaive as kind of like a semi pole vault.
No. You take like a little running jump. You put the glaive on the ground, and you try to jump. Maybe you try to jump off Ray's head in the process. It's a 30-foot fucking jump.
I don't want to do
Try to jump. Try to do a running jump across your driveway.
Is there any way? Hey, anybody got a way to get across this thing? Am I the only person that's kind of stuck here?
Grow a
You
dexterity.
can always join us.
You gotta wait till I can get over.
Now, if you want to just climb down, you can just climb down, right? And you just move at half movement, right? As you safely climb down.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it the long way.
So I'm going to say that's 10 feet of movement, so that's 20. And I'm going to give you your movement from last turn that you didn't use, so another 10 feet of movement. And you see now to your left, Neji is down. What do you do, Tim? So that was your last turn's movement, right? Because you didn't really do anything.
Do I see anything besides Neji?
Neji is down, bleeding. He has a bone contusion through his leg.
I'm like reaching for you. Help me!
Wait, you don't talk though, right?
You can make a medicine check on him if you want to, Tim, or use your healing kit if you have a healer's kit, or you can slam a health potion down his throat if you have a health potion.
I got him. It's all good.
I'm not really a healer type.
You're just gonna want to move ahead. You want to try to climb up to the other side.
What?
Do you want to climb up to the other side, Tim?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I'm just gonna move your model, but that's the end of your turn. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine, because I'm trying to figure out what the hell attacked him. But,
Shadow is up. Morgwin has kind of provoked the Shadow, right? Otherwise, it was going to make another attack onto Fizzgig. The Shadow moves up and attacks Morgwin. I roll one attack here. I roll a natural 2. Morgwin can make an attack of opportunity as it moves back into the Shadow.
Nice. Rapier? 14?
Yes. That is a hit.
For 11 points of piercing goodness.
Rolling pretty well. You slash the Shadow. This one had lower HP. The other one was just really buffed. And as you tried to provoke, as it tries to slip back into the shadows, you kill it. The last Shadow's up, and it attacks Raimundo. That's the problem with fighting undead. Raimundo, what's your AC in Raimundo form?
It's at disadvantage because I'm blurred.
Oh, that's right. I roll a 6 then, so I miss you. What was it though, Raimundo? 12?
My armor class is 11.
Raimundo also can make an attack of opportunity as this one slips back into the shadows.
Going to actions.
Trying to use its cool little ability, guys. That is a hit, Raimundo. With your claw or whatever attack you want to do, right? It's your unarmed attack.
Scimitar, I'm human.
Yep. Roll your scimitar damage. Cool. Raimundo's bulging biceps. Yeah, you kill it too.
Actually, but I'm at a minus. Only at a 14 strength right now, so that'll be -2 to that damage. And it would have been AC 14, I guess. Right?
That's fine. Yeah, you still hit it, and you still killed it. It didn't have that much HP left.
Thank you.
The shadow, of course. No, it's cool. You want to be technical. I get it. Combat is over. Well, actually, let me go back to combat. Ray is up.
I was going.
Because we still have people in the dying condition.
Bonus action.
Yeah. What do you want to do, Raimundo?
I can bonus action healing word.
That was your attack of opportunity, so now your turn is up, correct? So now what do you want to do, Raimundo?
Alright, I can bonus action healing word one of the guys that's down.
Okay, you healing word Fizzgig.
There you go.
Roll the healing on Fizzgig. Normally I would just break combat, but people are dying, and so there's death saves and stuff. I have to keep going. Did you roll it up, Ramundo?
Trying to hit it. Goes 6.
How do you heal him? What word of truth do you speak to him to heal him?
Like I walk up and I'll bust out a little bit of desert sand and just lay it on his body, and it absorbs into him, regaining light. It's very silent. I don't really do a lot of somatic, and a lot of my somatic is very much more talking to myself. Hard for audible.
Raise up.
I'm going to do the same, but for Neji. So I'm actually going to place one of my hands on the broken leg and say, "This isn't your fate." And so we'll roll that up.
Is this from the new Origins thing?
Yeah, that's the new
What
Origins.
is it? So what spell did you pick from the Origin?
So I took Healing Word, the Thorn Wing.
From the Divine thing?
No, from Primal.
So it's in Primal. The Primal school. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So 8 points, Neji, so I rolled max.
Oh, awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Combat is over.
That's what I took for the changes. And that's my one use of it, but the way everything's worded now, I can use it with my higher level spell slots, so.
Yes, you can always replace the spell slot if you want to with it.
Yeah. But if I was to cast it again, I'd be using it at 2nd level because pack magic. So good fun.
Pretty bad, Ramundo and Morgwin. That this flickering, you can hear just the wicks of the candles burning. And it returns back to full consciousness as the wounds heal on him as you speak the sand and the word of truth to him. What do you guys do?
I guess I'm still unconscious, or am I?
No, you're up. You're back to consciousness, right? Once you're healed even 1 hit point from a dying state, you return to consciousness.
That definitely hurt. Gather up into the light. Gather up here, man. It's safer in the light.
It's easy for you to say from up there. It's
Oh. Do we need some help? Can I reach down and assist somebody pulling him up?
Oh wait, there we go. Yeah.
Well, I remember that Neji had said that there's a tunnel down here. So, is there any path that we're going to take up there, or are we traveling down here?
I'd like to see if my strength comes back.
What happened to your strength, by the way? I was gone.
Got sucked away into that ghost thing. So I'm definitely not feeling 100%.
Yeah, I think the only way he's gonna get his strength back is if we just kind of take a nap.
Do you think you get stronger if you become the lizard again?
I mean, I'll keep going. I don't mind. But you gotta be careful around those things.
Yeah.
Or Gwen casts detect magic in this room.
As a ritual or a spell slot?
The last time I tried it as a ritual, I got shit for it. So I guess I'm going to use a spell slot, unless we have the.
It just takes time. It depends on what you guys want to do.
I'm cool with.
Do we have time for me to do my thing?
We can take a short rest in the time that
And there you go. I'm starting I pull out the bagpipes. Actually, the lute this time. I don't want to be obnoxiously loud, and I'll start playing the ritual to get detect magic.
Am I able to short rest heal, or I don't know how that works. I've never used it.
Also, healing surge, I believe. But yeah, you should be able to use your hit dice here.
Mm.
So I'm pretty sure I used my hit die in the first combat, so I won't get it back until I long rest, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You did gain 1 hit die right by going up a level.
You could spend that one. Yeah.
Oh. Fair. Because I thought like it'd be somewhere like where I like
hit
like,
short
where it's-
rest, and it should show you how many hit dice you have. And
it says total 3, but I know I used some earlier.
Just mental note it, right?
Yeah, they would have reset because they
I leveled up.
automatically
Leveled
reset
up.
when you level up, but because of our house rules, they shouldn't. Yeah, so
Yeah, so I only have 1 really.
Right.
Okay.
might as well use it.
I'm before we like take the short rest, I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself and then do the short rest, regaining the spell slot, because Armor of Agathis is gonna last an hour, since these shadow things are a problem.
Guy's smart.
I can actually do natural recovery as well, and I'll recover my 2nd level spell slot. Figure out how to do it.
Morgawain, how do you cast the ritual detect magic as 10 minutes goes by as the party takes a small rest?
I start playing a song that's vaguely reminiscent of a police song. Everything she does is magic.
Sweet.
And look around the room to try to find if there are sources of magic. And
What color
I
eyes?
actually would
What color eyes
work
do you have?
around red, but I would walk the perimeter of the room as I strum through the song, peering around.
So everybody, we go through a short rest, right? I just add 10 minutes to the timer, and I just link the time right there in our Discord. Your eyes kind of glow and change a little bit from red hues to white, then to the other colors of like the primal spheres, right? And you try to detect any magic in the room, and nothing gives off an aura besides some of maybe your companion's equipment.
Well, there ain't shite here, boys. It's a fucking disappointment.
So where do we go from here? It's either we go back to the main room, or we follow this tunnel that Neji had found.
Yeah.
I guess we might need Neji to look around up here. See if there's any hidden doors.
My perception, my intelligence and wisdom is god awful.
Oh,
Just
right. That's right.
It's -1.
Who was the
to both.
door seeker in the group? We've got some weird cross skill for
Very much so.
roguey sort of shit in this group.
From what I remember, the tunnel was pitch black, so I'd actually like to climb back down into the pit and just stand at like the entrance to the tunnel and look through, because I've got the 120-foot darkness. See is normal because of the invocation, to see if I can see anything.
Ray steps down and climbs down safely with no emergency now, trying to like do some fancy acrobatics with the thorn whip. Looks down into the tunnel, twists and wind, and the twists and wind like disrupt the 120-foot vision that you have. But Neji went down there for like a minute or two, and I relayed the information last game, which was sometimes the forces of the darkness use tunnels to rise up from the earth. This could be one of the tunnels that goes deep beneath the earth. Could be a football field or a mile, undetermined amount of distance to reach wherever its destination is. You remember too, Ray, back in the room there were 2 other doors, right? There was a door over here, and then there was a door over here.
Yeah.
Who picked up the bracelet, by the way? Do you remember that? That could throw the bracelet. Fizzgig, you could throw that bracelet and summon a giant centipede, I think. Which is kind of cool.
Was it centipede?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
You can summon a giant centipede once per day. What do you guys do?
Guys, I think we gotta either go down or go back where we came from. So we can either go back and say we saved the farmers, or we can go deeper down into darkness, man. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, we got no idea how long this tunnel could lead for. We could get lost down here, so I think at least exploring the temple, but not these makeshift tunnels, might be a good idea. We might be able to see what was going on here. This tunnel could go for miles, days. Who knows what's waiting on the other side.
There were like a bunch of other exits in that
Yeah.
back area, and there was one, I think, to the north that a guy was running for. Should we just go back and try that one?
It sounds good to me.
You guys good for that?
Yep.
I'll take lead. Obviously, we can take our time climbing down. Yeah, does my strength come back with a short rest, or am I still minus to my strength?
It only comes back at a long rest.
Okay, that's fair as fair gets.
How big is the centipede?
It's a giant centipede. We'll just summon it. It's a size probably of a large creature or medium size. It's a medium-sized creature. If we look it up.
Because if it's a large-sized creature, could I get more than one person on it as a mount?
Let me look it up. Here we go. It is a small creature, actually. But it's still pretty awesome. It does a lot of poison damage if it bites you.
Did you say small? Sorry.
It's a small-sized creature, correct.
Okay.
Because a normal centipede is this, so I guess a giant centipede is like this. But a giant, it's not like giant as in like tall as a giant, you know? Do you guys want me to move you to that doorway?
Yeah.
Why don't you practice moving your own model to the doorway?
Yeah,
I think the one doorway you guys were talking about was this one over here.
Yep.
So we'll wait till everybody kind of gets over here to kind of practice using their model. You can either drop and drag the model or use the shift clicking stuff to help practice, you know, get your modeling over here.
I think we should be rather cautious going through this way. If old mate was traveling here, we don't know what he might have been going for as a last resort. Whether it was escape or more reinforcements, we don't know.
Is Romando taking point because he's the strongest or he's the stealthiest? I'm a little curious.
I'm the most brazen.
Sorry, what was it?
I'm the most brazen.
Brazen.
I think Neji lost connection, so I'm going to move his model over here.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I'm going to exit to the main menu and then...
Okay, just let me know when you're ready to be resummoned.
Yeah, Tintu, I have soldier background, more military. Like I would expect, like my character to be a little bossy and a little bit more brazen than the, slinky guys.
Okay.
I also have a 9 dexterity, so I am not quiet at all.
So how are we opening up the room?
Hey, can somebody check this thing, see if it's trapped, rigged? We got anybody with investigation proficiency?
Not me.
No?
Yeah, I can give it a go.
Sorry?
I can give it a go.
I'm proficient, so I'll give you a hand, but I've got a +0, so I won't do it myself.
Fizgig and Ray look over the door a little bit. I rolled a roll in secret, so we don't metagame it. I roll with advantage. Door seems not be trapped.
Should I kick it down?
I don't know if kicking it down might be the right way. I think we should try to go in as stealthy as possible.
Doesn't appear to be locked at all.
We don't know what's waiting on the other side.
Then I'm pointing at you going, then be gentle. That's not my thing. You want me to kick it down, I'll kick it down. Otherwise, you open it. Anybody got a mage hand? You can use that.
I pull out one of my axes from my bag and I try and push it open with the axe.
Well, you're making that harder than you need to, lad. Stand back. I can do this.
Okay.
And I will mage hand the door open.
What does your mage hand look like?
It looks like a blue and white with an X in the middle like it's wearing a glove with an X across the top of the hand.
Like on the back face of the hand, there's an X?
Yeah, like a white X, but it's a blue hand.
Interesting, cool.
Scottish flag.
Why don't you open up the door?
Okay. Let's see if it'll allow me to interact with it.
I'm waiting on you, by the way.
Yep. There you go, Nezzy.
There it is.
I'd like to prepare axe as an attack.
Yeah, how readying an action works is it's like I count it as like a reaction. So it's like any reaction ability that you can do. So it'd be a single attack. Your axe is like this. You kind of wait by the door. So if someone's immediately on the other side of the door, boom, you get the advantage on them. Really, like you would be able to get the attack.
Well, okay.
No, what do you want to say? Is that cool?
I was just gonna, I was just gonna say, like, I was gonna read it as if I was throwing an axe if there was somebody behind.
Oh, you're trying to throw an axe. Cool, I like that. That's even better. You open the door, it's just like another hallway, and you see like another hallway to the left and a hallway straight ahead.
Damn.
What do you guys do?
Some hallways.
All right, now we had some traps and pits in here. Can we get our investigators in there and start taking a look? Fizzgig, you can cover them, right, with that axe of yours, and I'll be ready to pounce.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, can we see any similarities between this hallway and the trapped hallway from earlier?
The group gets to make. Let's have everybody make a perception roll.
Perception.
Oh, that's a nat one.
I got an 8.
Yeah, same here.
Dirty 20.
As you guys are kind of talking about how you want to approach getting in here, Ramundo and Morgween, you can hear it, but there's like distant talking coming from like up ahead around the hallway. There appears to be like another door kind of up here, dimly lit, you know. So yeah, I mean, you hear people talking, like whispers, but you'd have to get closer to even hear them further.
Ooh, whispering. Get closer.
Not whispering, but I would say talking, but it sounds like a whisper from your distance.
Yeah.
Who's not all beat to shite? I say in a whisper.
I'm in pretty good shape. Why?
Because there's something down there. We don't want to send the broken above you forward.
Well, instead of perhaps charging in, perhaps we draw them out here and we ambush them.
I don't mind that idea, but someone's got to go be the guinea pig. Hey Tim, you look kind of guinea piggish.
Sounds good to me, man.
Why don't you run down there, say hi, bring them back to us?
I could always do another thing as well. I could just manifest my echo and send the echo.
We haven't
ahead.
seen you do that echo yet, so yeah.
Go for it.
Before that happens, I would like to summon the centipede and have it crawl up above the door.
Ooh.
If that's possible.
Yes.
That's cool.
You take the golden bracelet off your hand, you throw the centipede down, it scurries, looks at you, you give it like, you use your like speech, beast of speech thing, right? As a furbog, and you tell it what to do, and it like listens to your command and crawls up the wall, ready to like descend upon whoever unwary soul enters. Here you go, Tim. Here's your echo of Tim.
Yeah, I'm gonna send an echo ahead. It's only got 1 hit point, so hopefully it can take a look and see what's going on. It can move 30 feet, so just.
Can you like project through it? Like you can see through the eyes of this thing, right?
Yeah, I can see through it, and I can also switch places with it if I need to. So
how I think about the echo is it's basically an exact duplicate of you, but just with 1 HP, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a stealth roll with the guy.
Yep. Actually, I'm proficient in stealth, which is a good thing.
Are you wearing like heavy armor though to give you disadvantage?
No, I'm wearing.
Okay.
What am I wearing? Breastplate, I think it is.
Oh, it's a natural one.
Well, Natural one, whopping. Natural
So should we use those rules where like the natural one is an auto fail? No, that's okay. I don't really like that rule personally. I'm gonna roll perception. I tie, right? I roll a dirty 6. When I tie with the player always wins. So you successfully do the stealth roll for now. I just roll in the future though. I would roll with every creature in here because multiple ears could hear you. Correct? But for now, we'll say you sneak up because it's cool. Let me also get out the centipede for you.
Somebody a centipede?
Yeah, physically summon a centipede. Oops. There is, for some reason, their database is still down. I did talk to the guy about it. So give me a second, Fizzgig.
No worries.
Here it is.
And so obviously the echo walking across the floor meant that the floor wasn't trapped.
The floor does not appear to be trapped. You hear
Fellas,
voices.
might want to clear the doorway, perhaps.
You
so
look.
then this way they come to us.
Tim, is this like kind of like Find Familiar, where like you have to be immobile to project yourself through, or is this something just like automatic, like you're almost like a duplicate of you, right? So you can just see it.
Duplicate.
Okay, so it's like a strange thing where like you have like a dual mind almost, where like you're able to be like almost omnipresent, right? Where you're like here and also there at the same time. You look into the room and you see a centipede, and the cultists appear to be like wrapping bones and bodies up, and there appears to be another dwarven woman gagged and unconscious in the in the room here. I have like she's supposed to be in this cage right here.
Okay.
What do you do?
Okay, I report back to the guys. I assume the guys hear what you're saying, right? Basically.
Yes. If you want to, unless you specifically say I don't want to relay this information, we save time by just saying the information's relayed to the party.
Okay, so there's a dwarven woman captive in the little room, which I can't see for some reason. But so what should we do? You want us to kind of head in there and try to rescue her?
Why don't you walk in and say hi, and then run back this way? Get them to follow you. The rest of us will clear out of this hallway. When they come at us, we'll attack them.
You know, like a bait and kind of switch kind of thing.
Have them follow you.
I could try using the centipede to communicate with the other centipede to see if it'll be more friendly than hostile. Obviously, the centipede can't really talk back to me, but
You'll
I
know
can
if
shut
it
him
bites
up
you.
and we can bum rush him. Meaning I can cast silence in the room and stop them from doing any sort of chanting or spell casting, and then we could bum rush them.
Tim, you hear the cultist say, "Master requires another sacrifice to bring her." You see like this other centipede like scurry, and they go grab the dwarven woman. And they appear to be moving towards you guys.
Alright, they're about to basically
Sounds like they're coming this way
chop
anyway.
her up.
Grab that. What do you do
So what
with
do you
the...
want me to do? Do you want me to do the ambush thing, or what's the...
yeah, I think we should do the ambush, lure him out.
Okay, I go like basically the manifest echo shouts, "Hey, you ugly little, whatever you are, and then I basically run for it.
Yeah, so how it works is you yell, like that's kind of like you're successfully stealth and surprised, and so I'll move your echo 30 feet, right, because it has your movement, and then we roll initiative, right?
Okay.
Intruders!
22.
That's better.
So how I'll do it is when I approach the door, we'll roll stealth against their passive perception, I guess. Let me roll with these guys. I got a 16. Tim has a 22.
No way. It rolled onto the beam and hit the side of the bar and then rolled to a 2.
Where's your shadow at, Tim? There it is. Let's get your shadow in here too. Your shadow will say goes in the same initiative count as you. Morgwin got a 15. I got a 16. Let me move these guys up. Let's get the centipede there too, so it'll make my life easier. This guy. Fizzgig rolls. What did Fizz roll? 4. Dead last. Ray.
17.
So you go right there. Crocodile, aka Ramundo.
I'm 15 as well.
Okay.
I would go.
So how it works is in my system. Oh yeah, you roll a 15. But if we tied, we'd roll a D1000. Neji is up, or Neji, what'd you roll? 22. Boom. Ahead of Tim, right?
That's the same.
So you guys can both roll D20s if you want to see who wants to go first.
Cool.
4.
Neji and Tim too.
And that one.
I rolled the 1.
Oh,
Are you
my.
serious? We both rolled that one.
You know, roll again.
Get the ones out now, gents.
Oh my god. Dude, if you roll an 18, I'm gonna hit you.
3.
Okay, I think I have the right order here, except for Neji goes ahead of Tim. So Neji's up first. Let's put Neji in the first order here. Boom. Like this. Okay, Neji's up. So yeah, what do you want to do, Neji?
Alright, cool. I'm going to fuck it, we're just gonna run up to the centipede.
Which centipede?
Yeah, and I'm
This one is this one's the summoned one. This is the friendly centipede.
Oh. Wait, okay,
No,
so where is
don't kill
everyone?
that. That's mine.
Wait, where is
kill
everyone then? I'm confused. Wait, hold on.
They're in the
attack.
other-
You guys have you're now waiting, right? And you are preparing to ambush the cultists, which will hopefully run down the corridor after.
Oh, I thought they've already come through the corridor. I'm sorry.
No, they yelled, and now we're
Oh.
just kind of doing initiative. You ready? This is your time to ready something or do whatever you want to do.
I guess I just summon both of my psionic blades.
How do you summon them?
They just kind of appear. Nothing special.
What do they look
Are they
like?
visible to everyone except me? Or I mean,
I think it's
the
kind of
other way
like
around.
cool, like Psylocke type stuff.
okay, so they're visible.
Do you know who
to-
Psylocke is?
I do not.
She's the woman in X-Men who's like the psionic, and she has these psych blades. Yeah, Google that shit up.
I think.
And she's hot,
okay.
so it doesn't hurt.
Olivia.
she was also played by Olivia Munn. That's correct.
Yeah.
You summon the psionic blades. Tim is up.
Okay,
10 minutes
what
echo.
what can I see in front of him?
Well, you look back. You say, "Hey, come get me," and they're just behind you in the initiative count. They're like, "Say, intruders!" Hey, and they're starting to appear to run after you.
Okay. I guess you have to wait because it's an ambush. So I'll hold the action.
Okay,
I'll
you
have
get
the
them.
echo come to.
Okay.
Have the echo come through the door and then turn around, and then basically say, "Hey, you slow pokes! What's taking you so long?"
Okay. You can use the Alt key to turn around. I like that. You ready in action to attack. So you're standing kind of next to the door here. Ray is up.
I'm gonna.
Kind of climbing up on the root there a little bit.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, because I think Fizz wanted the centipede on top of the door, so I was gonna
Yeah.
be where the centipede is. But yeah, just for the map's sake, hold an action just to use booming blade.
So I move the centipede up there.
I have. Sweet. Yeah, so I'd be standing there.
Cool. Booming blade ready to go. What's the name?
Just to lop off a head. Just
What's the name of the sword?
2 hands ready to go.
Your battle axe, actually, right? What's the name of the axe?
Yeah. The axe itself. The axe isn't anything special, but I've got the spear on my back.
Oh, okay, cool. Here comes the.
I don't think I got around to sending you the thing.
I wanted to know the name of it, so I thought you maybe were whispering something to it. That's the first action. it sees your thing there, right? And I guess it's like just sees one of them. So this is what we're gonna do. Is I'll roll a perception check with the guys, and then the guys on the side. You know, you guys are talking and stuff. Everybody's got to roll stealth, right? That's kind of how it works because it makes sense, right? You're setting up an ambush. Am I being fair on this? I'll roll with disadvantage.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Only way I can see it being fair is my axe that I still have prepared. Can't I use that in this time?
You have to beat the stealth roll. You have to roll stealth and beat the roll. That set up the ambush correctly to get essentially the round on him. I roll a 14.
I rolled an 8.
11.
8.
Jesus.
Bugger.
So you guys have been spotted in a way, and so she's like, "There's more." So she knows there's more like around the corners and stuff, or like there's more people here. They've interrupted the ceremony. Come, let's destroy them.
Hey, you're kind of ugly, but you know, I'd do you in a second.
You will serve Boor. Your thing makes a con save.
Which one?
The shadow does.
You mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Okay. Why am I making a con save?
Exactly. You.
It's immune to all
6.
conditions. You know that, right?
It's not a condition. It's damage. It's necrotic damage, right? The DC was 11, so it fails. They're powerful. They will serve her well. I move the guys up, but they're kind of like more cautious. Like I'm not just gonna. They wouldn't like just dash up in there, right? So they're kind of just moving kind of closer, like they're in the hallways. Let me see what the other guys have real quick. They draw their scimitars, and the centipede scurries right next to them. Raimundo's up. They're in the hallway now, but they didn't have enough movement to like get up to you as you ran ahead.
Slow pokes.
So I can 5-foot step to my east here.
Yeah.
Get vision of that centipede.
Well, use the compass in the southwest of the platform. You see, you actually took a step to the north.
Oh, okay.
If you want to be technical about it.
Sure. And then I would like to cast Ice Knife at the centipede.
Okay. That's in the explosion one, right?
Yeah, so that's going to go through him. Cast that.
Is that a 5-foot radius or a 10-foot?
It'll be a 5-foot radius.
So it's going to hit these two. It'll be hit these 3 guys, right? Plus the centipede.
Yep.
So
the plus to hit. Hit AC 15.
That is a hit.
So to him, I do. Ooh, nice. 10 points of damage.
To the giant centipede. The centipede explodes, and chunks of ice flicker out. The other cultists scream out as the shards explode.
Two guys behind him that were both within 5 feet need to make dexterity saving throws.
Here we go. I roll a natural 20 with one of them, and I'll roll with the other guy too, so I don't want to jip you. I fail with the other guy.
Okay, and then I get 2d6 cold damage to those guys.
Is it for half damage? Or is
half damage, I believe, for the guy. I'll check on that.
I can look it up real quick. I know this is a spell that Ray, your old character, cast. It is not for half, so it's all or none.
All right, so 7 points to the guy that failed.
A large shard of ice swings into his thigh as he takes a lot of damage. Did I hit the right guy? I did. No! Morgwin's up.
I'd like to move myself back out of the doorway.
Yeah, go ahead and move.
Go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Morgwin is up. You're muted, bud.
Yep. I'm going to take a 5-foot step to here, look down the hallway, and...
Look, there's more!
Hi, you bloody bastards. Come on and fucking fight us. And I'm going to send an Eldritch Blast at one of the guy, one of the two... just pick one.
Sure.
So it's a 25 to hit for 6 points of force damage.
You rolled a natural 20.
Holy shit, I did.
So it means, now I know they talked about this in the 1 rules, guys, that these spells don't crit, but I don't like that rule. I think if a spell has a spell attack, it can crit. So you can roll another 20 to see if you super crit. Yeah, see if you super crit. Yeah.
Here it comes. Nope.
Here it comes. So you do automatically 10. So I'm going to do the damage to the other guy that's not damaged. Brains and bits scatter as you blow anything from his neck clean off, and he collapses.
Yeah, come and fucking fight us, don't you? And I will 5-foot step back to where I came from, and that will end my turn.
Okay. This gig is up.
Okay, I'm gonna just double check to see if I can do this. Okay, I'm gonna move to here, and I'd like to cast. Oh no, because that's classed as wearing. Okay, maybe not. I'm gonna cast Jim's magic missile.
Roll it up, or is this? I have to make a save on this.
I think it's attack rolls.
Yeah, it's attack roll.
Yeah, the greedy one, huh?
23.
Yeah, it's a hit. For 2d4 damage.
Okay.
How many projectiles do you create?
3. I think it creates 3, if I remember rightly. The twist and whistling, hydra.
I'm assuming it creates 3 because it's duplicating it, right? Okay. You roll 2d. It says I think you roll 2d4, so you do twice as much damage as a normal missile because it doesn't auto hit. You have to roll the attack rolls to hit.
Okay, so I've rolled 1 for 3 damage.
3 damage? It's enough to kill this one guy.
Okay, and then I have to use the attack hit again for each of the 2.
Oh wait, 3. I'm gonna do 3 damage on this, so I messed up something there. I think I killed the guy that Morgwin had. We had 3 HP left. So yeah, he killed this guy, and I think there's one other assassin dead. And then you get to roll one other attack against the last guy. I must have misclicked something. There's one guy left.
There's 2 dots, so I can't use the 2 dots on that one guy.
Well, you shoot each projectile at a time, so now you're going to do 2 more attack rolls.
Okay.
Right, because that was your first dart that killed that guy for 3 HP.
13.
That is a hit. This guy has an AC of 13.
Damage for that is 5.
Last hit, last attack.
Okay. 9.
Unfortunately, it doesn't hit. I don't see the rolls anymore. Is that the end of your turn, Fizz? Or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, oh shit. I didn't mean to do that. Ignore that. That was the end.
I'm going to move you back here, Fizz, and that's the end of your turn, right?
No, I would like to move up here if it's possible, or would that cost an action to climb?
No, that's fine. You just climb at half speed. Neshi's up.
All right, so I'm going to look at Morgwin, and I'm going to smirk and give him a wink as I walk over here. And I'm going to cast Psionic Whisper, or not cast, but use, I suppose.
Cool, what does it do?
On him and the cultist in front of me.
He's the last one.
Yes, I know that. Yeah. So, and him. And
I'm
going to. Yeah, I'm gonna. So basically, I'm gonna talk to Morgwin and the cultist at the same time. And I'm gonna look at the cultist and I'm gonna go, what are you doing? Prostrate yourself before the one true God. And I'm gonna try to deceive him.
Deceive her, right?
The guy. Well, I'm also including Morgwin so he like understands what's happening because you guys can't hear anything that's happening.
Yeah. Well.
That's why I gave him the old wink to let him know like what's kind of tip him off.
You want to make an intimidation roll?
Intimidation?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I guess I could. I was hoping deception because I could get advantage because of my actor sheet. But all right, I'm cool with intimidation.
It's more like an intimidation thing.
Okay.
Well, you're trying to say like, oh, I'm the true God. You're
I'm
trying
trying
to
to say that like I am the one true God.
yeah. Roll deception. So I roll against insight.
Well, 27.
Nice.
I don't think I need to roll the other one.
I rolled an 18.
Giggle.
Roll it again, man. Maybe you get another 20.
Oh, I rolled stealth, but I have the same. It's
That's
+3
fine
for both. So
So how I kind of do it, it kind of is like, you do not look like her. You do not look like the visions. But who are you? She's intimidated, so her next attack, saving throw, or skill checks at disadvantage.
okay.
I give her the rattled status effect.
I'm your
So
grandmother.
she's not like she doesn't think I'm the god, right?
Fortunately,
it didn't work,
no.
essentially. Okay.
You don't look like her completely. Like you look like a small child, but you psychically
fair.
connect into her, you know. And I give her the rattled status effect, so she's rattled by you in a way, right?
Okay.
Tim is up, unless you want to do anything else, Neji.
Oh yeah. I'm still too far to get in melee range, right? Because I would have. I already.
You
moved,
just
20
moved up a
or
little
so.
bit. Yeah, I mean so you have a cunning action. If that was your action, your cunning action, which is a bonus action. You can move up to your movement, right? As a rogue.
Can I just throw one of my sonic blades at her then as a bonus action?
I
I can attack.
I think you need to take the attack action and then you can do it with the bonus action with the soul.
Oh, is that so?
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. It says after you attack. Okay, fair.
Yeah, we're using the raw rules. That's kind of where we're doing. But in the your D&D
Oh, yeah.
rules, you could actually get an attack. But it would be a little different because you moved and already used an action, so that'd be the end of your turn. Tim is up.
Okay. I'm gonna move my echo within 10 feet of her,
Okay, cool.
and then I'm gonna attack through the echo, which is even more fun.
Because of you're attacking, like projecting through with your reach weapon,
I'm
right?
basically attacking through the echo without
Oh, that's cool.
without actually exposing myself.
Dirty,
to
I like
attacks.
it. Yeah, I like that. It's cool.
So then I'd use a bonus action to do a second attack if necessary.
So it's like
flipping the glaive around and saying, "Hey, time to die, lady."
I love it. Roll it up. You guys are destroying my cultists.
Let's see.
These poor cultists, guys.
I don't know. My rolls have been pretty crappy. 13.
That's a hit. 13 AC, guys.
All right. See if the damage roll is any good. Nah, of course not. 6 points with the first one.
You just get one attack?
Then I'm gonna flip the glaive around and do the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and that one misses, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, here we go.
That's a better one. 19 to.
Yeah, that's another hit. So it's 1d4 plus strength.
That's correct. 1d4
Nice.
plus 4. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's 8 points. So a total of 14 points.
How do you bring her almost to her knees? By slashing her across the chin.
Right, basically slashing across her breast and basically, dropping her in a second. What a waste, I say.
She looks over at Neji. You do not understand. You will kneel before her before it is over. And she casts a spell, and you make a con save, Neji.
Huh? She's still alive?
30-20.
You pass. And she tries to take a step back, but provokes an attack of opportunity because she's stepping outside of your reach range, right, Tim?
Yeah.
So roll an attack of opportunity.
Gonna try to finish her off. I guess she's still alive. That's amazing. 16.
Yeah, it's a hit. She tries to escape.
Give me a high roll. 12 points.
How do you kill her?
Basically, I stick the glaive straight through her chest and say, "Time to go, lady." End of the story.
That is the end of combat. What do you guys do? Blood splashes across as you begin to slash and cut her with skill and ease. The cultists are dead.
Move past and find the dwarf.
That was just for my Sonic Whisper. I forgot to roll a 1d6.
You said there was a prisoner. Where?
Yeah, it's deeper in. We have to run in there. I guess I'll dispel the echo for now, and then we'll just go in.
That was the problem. I accidentally deleted her. She was in the hallway too, guys. You guys killed her. The ice knife exploded and killed her. No, I messed up. She's out here. Let me pull her up. Because they weren't able to grab her in time and stuff, right?
Oh, she was the cultist in disguise.
Fortunately, we don't have the cool like little dwarven models yet.
These cultists, do they have any items on them that identify them for some reason, or some sort of?
They have robes and they have scimitars.
Losing my camera. Why do I keep losing my camera?
I don't know.
I'm having some trouble with my keyboard today.
The woman that you just killed, she has a dagger on her.
All right, I'll take the dagger. What the hell?
Add it to your sheet. It's
What about the robes? Are
It's
they like some sort of identify them as cultists? Could they technically serve as disguises?
the dagger is already like has dried blood on it. She must have been killing someone with it. The robes are black with the string, very simple. Yeah.
Well, Nage's good at deception, right? So maybe we just take a pair of robes just to see, trick other people.
I'm gonna take a set of robes and
Got some blood on them because of the ice knife and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
The back of one of them's drenched because Morgwyn blew off the head of another guy.
That's okay. I'll lick the I'll lick the blood off.
I will actually. What I'll do is as I'm like disrobing one of them, I'm gonna prestidigitate and clean the blood off, and I'm going to obviously not the headless one, but the last one killed. I'm gonna take note of her face and features just for future purposes.
Okay. You don't have like a keen mind, so it's hard for you to remember all the details.
Yeah.
What do you guys do? You go up here, and I put the dwarf in here. I did have a name for her, but I deleted it. Ramundo. You see her? She's like tied up, and she's gagged. She's inside this cell right here. One of these like kind of torture-looking cells. Inside of this room, you also see like another similar like small like precipice to like I don't want to say a dais, but like another round circle, bones and other gruesome things, wrappings, things like that. More ceremonial things are happening in this room.
If you want to be mean and mischievous, we could just sort of pretend we're going to go through the ceremony anyway.
I'll be moving in. I'll make an insight roll to basically read her emotions. As a roll of 15. Sorry?
She's gagged.
Okay. And and I'll rush up and ungag her, but reading her emotions more or less to find out if it's fear, if it's anger.
You take out the gag.
Yep.
I think they were going to sacrifice me like they would with the others. Here. She holds out like she's been bound, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll absolutely break out a dagger and cut her free. Unless anybody is going to stop me, I'll be freeing a prisoner and essentially starting to ask her as to how she got here and basically tell her the way to get out of here.
My name is Hin. Hin.
Huh?
We were tricked here. We were told there was some artifacts here, and we came. Me and my husband. They took him out to a few minutes ago. Is he okay?
Unfortunately, no. I have no idea, but I'll say no.
She begins crying. Then you remember the guy who had the dagger through his heart last time was a dwarf, right? His body's still up there.
Well, sucks to be him, man.
Remember? Neji was trying to stealth in and he took too long.
Yeah, I showed the tremendous empathy. Yeah, sucks to be him.
As a soldier, I don't show much, but I will make a medicine check on her, asking her if she feels as though she's capable to escape on her own.
Yeah, rolling a medicine check, I guess. Yep.
And let's see. 13.
She has some like minor bruises, but for some strange reason, like she has no like other types of cuts or any type of thing, like no bloodletting or any kind of crazy, ritual type stuff. She appears to be strangely intact.
Should we send her out of here with like word to get her back in town?
What was your inside roll? You didn't detect any prevarication or some sort of weirdness?
Stockholm syndrome?
No. Genuinely upset about her husband getting stabbed in the heart. Oh.
Yeah, but why is she not damaged?
I mean, they would definitely be doing damage to her in a little bit when they stabbed her in the heart.
I don't know, man. You guys can free her, but something stinks. But regardless,
I believe she probably bought a map like we did, but her husband isn't as strong as we are. He got stabbed in the heart. Oh,
but better him than us.
Are you sure there's none of them out there still?
Oh, there's probably a lot of them out there, but what can we do about it?
Can you take me take me to my husband's body so I may take him back to the farm and please, give him a proper burial?
Gonna carry the body back? That's gonna take a while.
No, I will carry him.
I would volunteer absolutely to, unless the party is going to stop me to take her back to her husband's body. I would wild shape into the riding lizard again and essentially escort them back out to the beginning. Rest of the party may have other things to say, so I will allow you guys to.
Raimondo kind of takes it upon himself to help this poor dwarven farmer, gather the body of the husband to the front of the entrance. Does anybody else want to ask her any questions before she's led out to the front?
Why would a bunch of farmers come down to a dungeon? Maybe I'm missing something here.
Don't make fun of us. They promised us. They said there was new archaeological findings, and we never know. You could find something magical here that could help you plow. And then, of course, Roma died. You couldn't save him.
Stabbed.
Oh. She, kind of sombers off. She walks out with Raimundo. I'm assuming nobody else has any questions for this poor dwarven farmer. Morgwyn.
I just roll an inside of a dirty 20 to just make sure that she's honest.
She appears to be telling the truth.
I look over at Tim. You heartless bastard. Her fucking husband just died. You don't give a shit about these people.
Sorry, what people were those?
The folks that have been slaughtered here. What people are those? And I walk into the room to, I guess this is an altar where they're performing the sacrifices.
Yeah. This is not like an altar, really. There's bones and other parts, I'm going to say there's more chopped up body parts and things like that. Maybe stuff that they do with after they've done the sacrifice or something, right?
So they mutilate them after they kill them. It's freaking disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
You gonna walk her out, are you, lad?
It's the way to show respect, right?
Aye, it is. Take the little one with you. Make sure you're safe. And I look over at the one true. And I say, perhaps you are the one true little one. Guide him out.
Not likely. And then I got him out.
I smile. Like it's the inside joke.
Yeah. I'm like joking back, obviously, because
Yeah.
no one else can hear.
And,
You escort her safely to the front. She like slings the body of her dead dwarven husband over her shoulder, and Raimondo, you shapeshift, into the lizard again, and safely walk her out. And she says, "Thank you so much." She begins just like sobbing, but she like somberly walks off from these ruins. Right?
She's got an ugly ass cry. Jesus Christ.
She's a dwarf, man.
Dwarves don't cry, obviously.
Oh boy.
Man, I hate that job.
Still,
Actually, I'm going to be remaining. I'll remain lizard, even going back in at that point because this is my last shift. So I will for the day.
Just change your morph.
Sorry. Yep, I can do that.
What do you guys do?
Morgwen looks over at Ray. Do we want to look around in this room?
I don't see why not, but there's still one more door to go through in this main hall anyway. So.
Yeah, let's take a look.
That's my way of saying that we probably want to investigate this room itself. So I forget, is anyone Ray, are you proficient in investigation?
I am proficient, but it is a +0.
Well, I'm proficient with a +2, so you would give me advantage.
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm gonna roll with advantage to investigate the
Yep, roll it up.
let's call it a sacrifice room. So I got a 22.
Yeah, unfortunately the bodies in here have just been all stripped. You guys remember like there was a big pile of like stuff in the other room?
Mm.
This must have been like a much more grim room where they all are stripped naked or they're taken post-sacrifice naked, like the dwarf we saw out there. Morgween, you can make a religion roll maybe.
Okay.
So centipede.
I'm half proficient with a +1. With a 20. Well, I rolled a natural 20.
Another natural 20.
The
The blessings of the gods are with Morgwyn tonight. Morgwyn, you've heard about gods and sacrifices and about how the spirits of the world are something sacred to the gods, especially the gods of the good. Definitely this is something, one of the lower gods of the lower planes would be involved with. Sacrifice, necromancy, grim things, but within each soul of every person is something powerful. They're trying to unlock something maybe with the souls being sacrificed.
Like they're collecting souls to unlock some power.
The great centipede.
Yeah.
So while we're Neshi and I are taking out the poor dwarven lady and her dead husband with the knife in his heart. There was one other exit that we haven't checked, right? On the upper level. Underneath the dais, was there another area that we haven't explored? Wasn't there another entrance down where the centipede came from? So I think those are the two areas that we would be going to next, right, guys?
I thought there was 3 areas. I thought didn't Neji find one what was underneath the Potma pit, and isn't the one in the senator room in the anything underneath that? Because I don't think we actually searched anything down there.
Right. The one that we didn't go into was in the bottom of that pit. We decided we didn't want to go into that one for now.
Okay.
There are 2 other ones we haven't checked out besides that one. As far as I know, and I don't know if you guys are able to check and confirm that while we're taking them out.
I'm going to say you've taken them out and the woman has walked away. You guys are all back inside, but Fizz is kind of curious. I see he's like trying to look down there a little bit, right? Fizz, do you have dark vision, right? Is this guy?
I do not.
So you can't really see, but you have your torch out, right?
Yes.
Why don't you use another torch? Because it's been 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
They only last for 10 minutes? Or an hour? It's been an hour, right? So you got to use another torch. Yeah, so you got to use another torch there, Fizz. Just remove another torch on the character sheet if you have one. Do you have one?
Well, I'm gonna use 2 more. I'm gonna use one of the torches to.
Throw it
Did
down
you
there?
say Yeah.
Throw it down there, and there's like only what can be described. It's like you're scurrying and skittering. Like there's like liquid down there. So your torch goes. You throw it into like a pool of water. Goes out.
Can you spotlight that spot that you're talking about?
I'm up here with Fizzgig right up here. You can move your character up to here if you wish. And then I'll spotlight it. It's down here. Like he throws it down here. You see where my ball is moving?
Yep.
So whoever's got that big ball out, just remove that, please.
Screwing with me now.
So I'm just here with Fizzgig. And Ray is correct. There is one, or Ray and Ramundo are correct. There's one last door over here.
I think we should do that door as quickly as we can. There'd be another prisoner behind there. Yeah,
I'm in all agreement with that.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I would almost recommend that if we had the ability to get them starting, investigating that area while we're getting out the prisoner.
The prisoner's already gone, Ramundo. We're already done with that. Yep. So let's move everybody over here, guys. Just we're kind of practicing moving the models a little bit. We're over here now.
Oh, you have given me permission for Centipede.
Yeah, I did. Already ahead of you, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's right. You allow me to speak as a wizard, so.
So how I'm going to do the centipede is I consider it a summon master thing. It stays around until you either dismiss it or it dies, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
So it's permanent. It's a permanent summon or summon master. That's the way I flavor it. You guys checked the door again, correct?
Yeah, but I have one question. Oh,
Sure,
yeah,
bud.
I'll ask it later.
What's your question, bud?
I'll ask it. It's not important. It's not. It involves D&D, but for the future.
Sure, cool. The door does not appear to be trapped.
So I can do that. I'll mage hand that door.
You look a little bit more green as you summon the mage hand with the X on the back of the glove. You see, like, there's a lock, though.
You might want to pick this one, lad.
I will pick it.
So how we do lock picking, guys. And Nesh, you can roll a sleight of hand roll, right? This is if he wants to get it in the first go.
I forgot about it earlier, but it didn't matter because I have advantage. I do have 1 stack of exhaustion.
That's correct. That's okay, bud. So now you roll a sleight of hand now with disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Can I prepare a one-handed axe for the throw?
Yeah, for sure. I like that.
13.
13. The DC will say it's 12, right? So you click it in there, even though you're like kind of like a little beat from like, you look down at your leg, it's been healed over, right, from some of the healing magic, but it's still like there's huge, like, massive bruise there, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you have like a real bad break, but you click it and the door just slightly cracks open as you do so, and I'll reveal the rune.
Ooh.
What do you guys do?
We make a perception. Can I listen for what we heard last time?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception.
Tim2, you gonna send him down?
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Might as well.
What's the range on you sending Tim? Is it like 30 feet, or like you can just send him as far as you want?
I can send him as far as I want. He can move 30 feet per distance, but I can't switch places with him unless I'm within 15 feet.
Okay, cool. Send him away.
Send him away.
You come up to a room here with Tim 2, right? Like this.
Yep.
It appears to be like there's like a bull's horn There's also like a scroll, a book.
No sacrifices?
No, not as grim as the other rooms for sure, but something is here.
Looks more like an arcane room. Anybody good with arcane stuff?
Yeah.
Bagpiper.
Oh, Bagpiper. Oh, the guy that was scolding me about being heartless. Yeah, okay. Why does my camera keep coming out? That's weird. Anyway.
Choose on.
Alright, so I call out to the guys. Hey, look, I think we got some sort of weird, either cultist spell room or some sort of like arcane library type or arcane kind of like desk room or something like that. Anybody want to check it out? There's nothing in here. As far as I can tell.
I'd like to check it out. Got me curious.
Yeah. We want to try to sneak up.
Yeah, I'm big furball trying to sneak. That's interesting. I'd like to give that a go.
So I have a 23 for my stealth.
There's nobody in here, so what are you stealthing against?
Fair enough.
And also, they would have seen my echo by now and would have reacted, so...
I'm just gonna squidge on past here.
Sure. What do you do?
Oh.
It appears to be like a large altar of some kind, right? Where something or someone, you know, it could be an altar or a table of some kind. There is candlelight that illuminates it. There appears to be like a large animal horn, you know, like a bull's head, but it's been skinned off, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a religious ritual, right? Somebody do a religion roll, you should be able to figure it out.
What do you guys
I'll
do?
take that religion roll.
Sure, roll it up.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Yes! 24.
I mean, if you're thinking about religion, like, this is some like weird ass funky shit. It's like you walk into like your ex-girlfriend's place and she's got like a little thing, you know, set out. It's not very nice. You know, it's kind of weird. And you're like, yeah, I'm just going to step out. It's kind of like that. But you do see a book there. What languages do you read?
Abyssal, Common, Infernal.
It's written in Abyssal.
Oh.
So you have to get closer to read it.
Yeah, read it and summon the demon.
Wait. Okay, I get closer to read it.
Take a little step forward. The candlelight, you know, next to the book is there.
Summon the demon. Come forth, Mephistopheles.
On the table, right? Like you do see like a little bit of blood here, right?
Okay, I'd like to try and read the book.
It's written in... It's magical. Like, written in a magical script. So you have to make an Arcana roll now.
Oh, okay. 16?
Yeah. You know about that... It's kind of what we talked about before with Morgwyn. About how souls and blood and power can summon things.
I'd like to pull out my axe and slice a little cut on my hand and try to put some blood on this.
What?
You read that like the power of like the sacrifice can amplify or de-amplify something. It also talks about summoning her back. Their voice has gone quiet. You must bring her back. Must reach out to beyond where she lives, so she may cross over. Do you still do it?
Hey, bud.
Yeah, I still do it.
I think it's awesome. I think it's the rule of cool. You summon something?
Guess you want to meet the girl. I know you're hard up.
Who has summoned me? This, like, imp-like creature comes up. Out of, like, a ring of infernal, power. It seals behind it.
Familiar.
It says to you telepathically, Fizzgig.
Hey.
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 Hey, familiar.
Hey, I go in peace.
Oh, you do.
Yes. What is it you seek? Your blood is powerful.
I seek to make a contract.
The blood binds us together.
Okay, I am.
It's just you guys see it like crawling there. You guys see this demon, right, that has appeared. It is speaking only telepathically to Fizzgig. Its mouth is not moving, but it grins.
I speak back to it. Sorry, go on.
It's alright. If I chop it, I don't think he'll be too happy, but I'm not gonna do that.
I ask it if it is a superior of its kind.
We are all superior. You have summoned me and I have answered.
Do you want to come on adventures with me? Make a contract with me and potentially thingy?
So appealing. What
give
do
you
I
many.
get? What does she get in return?
I'll give you many animals to feed off.
Many animals.
Fucking rude.
Give you one of my balls.
How's I can feed you one rabbit every so often.
I like rabbits.
Sacrifice.
Delicious. Sounds fun.
I don't want to say body parts because I can't dish them out quick enough.
Somebody please kill this thing.
I thought about it, but
He looks over at Raimundo as he says that out loud. He speaks telepathically in his head. He says, "How rude."
what do you want to do with this thing? You want to be? Is it a familiar?
I'm hoping I can get it as a familiar. That was my initial idea. I figured I could summon something and possibly tame it.
Make a persuasion roll to say, like, you're trying to convince it you're just going to feed it like these things, I guess, right? Like some rabbits.
Yeah, just feed the animals if I find.
I like that.
I get. But oh shit!
This is like giving a kid its first
What did you roll?
pet and being like, "This is your responsibility."
I'll tell you now. A 4. Rolled a 4.
So it's rolled against its charisma as well. Not good enough. You need to offer your soul.
Oh, shit.
Give your soul over to Idris.
Since you said my blood was great power, how about I give you a finger?
She is great power, and the cultists wanted to know where she went. They must have found this book. He, like, points to the book.
I don't see this going anywhere other than...
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll give you a finger, my middle finger.
Whoa.
Imagine she just takes it. Thanks.
Delicious.
I snap my finger off and I hand it him.
You try to like snap your finger. It's so fucking painful to do something like that. Is you try to like rip your own fucking finger off. You can't do it unless you cut it off, right? You're gonna need like a dagger or something to cut it off.
You need to at least do a kind of
the small little demon like grins in delight from your malicious pain though that you're causing to yourself. Do you cut your own finger off and hand it to the demon?
You know what? Yeah, I've gone this far. I'm gonna get my axe and I'm gonna chop my finger off.
Yeah, tourniquet first.
What do you do, Morgwin?
Well, I see him going to chop his hand
see,
off.
it's like that moment in like Robin Hood, right? Like they raise the sword up.
Yeah, the moment that he goes to try to inflict pain on himself, Morgwen would think that this creature is trying to overpower him or ensorcel him in some way.
Yeah, it's kind of all telepathic.
And I'm taking a shot at him.
Okay, roll it up.
As lawful neutral, I've been waiting for this, so like I will be running in right behind that arrow.
Right. So I'm going to walk up to it. I'm gonna actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm jumping onto the altar, and here comes the rapier.
I have a question. He's going through with the cutting of the finger anyway, so wouldn't it happen simultaneously?
Roll Fizzgig and Morgwin both roll initiative.
Copy that.
Okay.
Like it would have been so much simpler to just give her some of your blood every now and then.
As a reaction, am I able? Yeah, I was thinking that, but
you roll Fizzgig goes ahead of Morgwin.
Oh no.
Morgwin, you see him do that, try to do it, and also Ramundo rolls as well, because it sounds like Ramundo was trying to interfere as well. Ramundo rolls also initiative as well.
I'm just curious to see what's going to happen.
I am too. Ramundo, what'd you roll?
I gotta get back.
You're tabbing back with our technical game here. You got 10 windows open.
The hell, yeah, I don't even know how the hell I'm at it.
Yeah.
It's your old D20.
It's all good.
Hey, I'll take the lowest. I get a 5.
You got a 5, so you go last. So Fizzgig, your axe is up. You see Morgwin try to dive across to like do something. Fizzgig, you chop your finger off still.
Okay.
I mean, you fucking probably scream out in pain, right? It's just got to be like extremely painful, right?
Yeah.
Everything within 60 feet can hear us.
And you see the imp responds, and it says, "I want your soul, not just your body." As your finger lays cut off on the thing, Morgwin's up.
Is that telepathic as well? The last
everything's telepathic with the demons.
Copy.
Right?
So Morgwen is convinced that this thing has some form of power over him after he slashed his hand and put his own blood on the book, and then appears this monstery guy. So here comes the rapier.
Here comes the pain. This is AC of 13
points of rapier damage.
As a reaction, can I?
What do you want to try to do?
Points of rapier.
Yeah. What do you want to try to do, Fizz?
Can I move my body in the way of his rapier?
Oh God!
I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna say you can, and you now roll to hit his AC. Morgwin, roll again.
I rolled it. Oh, so I have to roll it again. My 23 doesn't apply.
No, let's keep that. Let's keep the 23. So the rapier
so he
slashes
takes 10
out.
Points of rapier damage.
And you take 10 points of rapier damage. Fizzgig, are you alive? Did you
just?
Yes, down to like you slash into him as the demon just stares on in delight. Ramundo's up, or we can roll initiative for everybody else.
Yeah, I wanted to do something in there.
So here's what I'll do: is we'll use this, and I'll put this up. So here's how I'll do it. I have Fizzgig up, Morgwin, and then I'm just going to keep the initiative, and then we have Ramundo, and then everyone else in this particular order. So I'm on Ramundo right now, which is a crocodile, because he hasn't shapeshift back.
Yeah, so no,
I'm moving you into the room at least, and I'll give you a little torch so we can see you better.
I would be charging the imp, whatever the fuck he summoned, and be trying to
bite it?
Yep.
As an AC of 13. You've already used your reaction, unfortunately, Fizz, and Morgwin has stabbed you almost right through the heart.
I have a quick question. Since that was happening, does the imp get any sympathy towards me for potentially protecting his life?
Unknown. We're just playing this by ear as things evolve. You roll a natural 1 as you try to leap out in front. You dive and you kind of miss. Tim is up, correct? I don't know how to describe it. You roll a natural 1. You slip and you're like, it's like a pretty awkward thing. Like you're on this like dais and it's pretty awkward. Tim is up.
Tim isn't sure what to make of all this. So he's just gonna kind of watch. He's gonna kind of watch for a while. I'm like, hey guys, what are you guys doing there? You guys hurting each other.
Chaos.
Ray's gonna like step into the room.
Okay.
And sort of to like over here. And yell out, we need to get him away from that thing. And I'm going to thorn whip Fizzgig and try to pull him away.
Okay. Roll to hit Fizzgig, right?
Oh, that's a 2, so that's an 8.
Unfortunately, it does not hit. Neji's up.
All right, cool. I'm gonna run into the room and just run straight at the imp.
Okay, before we do that, let's move your guy back real quick.
Okay.
I want you to hit the M key and then hit the number 4 to turn on your auto mover. Hit the M key and then hit the number 4. Hopefully that should turn on the little guy, right? When you see that toggled menu, there's a number 4 guy. Yeah. Now try to now hit the M key again to move out of that, right? Now try to drop and drag your guy. See how I use the auto roller like that? Auto measuring thing. Hit M again.
Okay.
And so grab your guy.
Nothing's happening
because you have the M. You still have the M key toggled. So
the N or M?
M is in Mary.
Okay, M key is toggled. You want me to untoggle it?
Untoggle it, so you can grab your guy.
Okay.
See, now you can auto move it. You see how the measuring thing works now with you?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I kind of can give you a little bit of help, right? You moved 18 feet.
All right, and I'm just gonna give it a good old swing with my psionic blade.
Sweet. 13 AC. The imp is uninjured. You hit. You slash out against the imp. Fizzgig. Unfortunately, you can't be everywhere all at once. The imp is mortally hit, but it's still there. And it screams out in pain. It says, our pain is won. Fizzgig is up.
Oh, do I not get a...
You do get a second attack because you are dealing with 2 weapons, right?
Yes.
So roll your second attack weapon. That's a hit as well.
Bye-bye,
yeah. Ooh, 5.
See you soon. As it vaporizes into a ball of flame. Morgwin, your knowledge of religion must be true, right? When a demon is killed, it's returned back to the abyss. It's never like permanently killed in the material plane. It can only be killed if it's actually killed in the abyss. It's like just a spirit almost. Combat is over. What do you guys do?
During this entire process, now that the imp's gone, I'm just going to act like that I was on some sort of control. And I'm going to destroy the book.
You guys see him swing down at the book. His turn was up next.
I put myself in between him and the book.
You try to parry it, maybe? Morgwin, you don't try to like do something. You try to parry it with your rapier. How we'll do is we'll do contesting rolls. Both of you roll attack rolls.
Okay.
Just like a parried attack. Ching, as the swords get crossed.
So is he
21.
controlled or not controlled?
So unfortunately, your blade is parried. Fizzgig, as you try to slash down and destroy the book. Are we going back to initiative, guys? There we go. Fizzgig, that was your attack, and then Morgwin uses his reaction to try to parry you.
Is he under control or something? Or
I'm gonna say Raimundo's up. Or no, I'm gonna go to Morgwin. That was his reaction. Morgwin is up.
Yep.
Well, what are you doing, lad? That's worth freaking money,
It summoned demon and demon tried to kill me.
You summoned the demon, you bloody fucking fool. and then whatever the hell happened with your shite? We're taking that book back.
I swear to God, I was being enchanted to be summoning that creature. I had no knowledge of doing so. Can I roll persuasion to the entire party?
No persuasion roll is rolled against players.
Oh.
Or deception. It's just, it is what it is. It's up to them if they want to believe you.
Insight roll, though, to understand as to whether he's...
it's up to you guys. It's totally up to you.
So, I mean, you got a nice 21 insight.
Can I roll deception to try
Yeah, if you guys want to do it, it's up to you.
I don't have a reason to think he's lying, so I'm not going to roll insight.
Yeah, just do it yourself.
I was no way going to beat 21. I got -2. I just read
The deception seems to be up.
You know, we get mad when we come underground sometimes. Sometimes we make some rash decisions. There's no reason to dig a hole deeper than it needs to be. We should take the book back up. We should at least let them know what is happening down here. That is why we came out here in the first place. Right, Morgwin?
Aye. Pick that thing up, put it in your... Oh, you can't. You don't even have a bag to put that fucking thing in, do you?
I have a bag.
No, you're not fucking touching it. Your role in this shite is done. And I'll wrap the book up and put it in my bag.
Morgwin puts the book in his bag. Unless Fizzgig tries to do anything right now to prevent Morgwin from doing it. Or do you let him put it in?
Yeah, I do.
What do you do? How do you do it? Do you just like grab his hand or something, or?
No. I let him put it in his bag.
And?
I do nothing. Maybe for now, maybe not.
Okay.
And don't try to steal this shit from me while I'm sleeping, you bloody fucker.
Morgwin, you see that he gives you he seems to still give you that like possessed look, like this isn't over. You know, and you look down at Fizzgig, you must be like almost like it's true, like you might be a little enchanted. The throbbing pain in your finger, you look down at the altar, your fucking finger's on the altar.
Yeah. How's that feel?
You didn't even use a tourniquet.
Really painful.
Yeah.
I bandage my finger up.
Sure.
I'm guessing it can't be regrown after that, so...
You can get a regenerate spell, but that's like a 9th level spell, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, not gonna happen right now. With the finger, though, I am gonna pocket it.
You stick your finger in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the finger and I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Neji, he like picks his finger up. It's like a bloody fucking pulp. You know, it's pretty nasty.
Wait, I pick his finger up?
He picked it up and he put it in his bag. You know, but you look at it, it's like a bloody like pulp.
Yeah, I wince. That's just gross.
Is it his middle finger?
No, what finger was it? Is it pinky finger?
Pinky. I figured I can do without a pinky. That's no issue.
No wonder it didn't accept your offering. It was such a shit offering.
You should have cut off your ear. The same thing.
I can't do without an ear.
I suggest that we get out of here before any more crap like this happens again. If there's things possessing us, then maybe we need reinforcements coming back in here. It's
coming out of it and saying something, and wouldn't it be wise going towards the tunnel that Neji found before?
Fuck no!
Since that's the last location, and technically it's a hidden tunnel, and as far as...
Well, before that, there's some water underneath that dais thing, underneath that big thing, right? Like, what does that look like? Can I get more of a description of, like, how much water is down there?
I threw a torch in there, and it just sizzled up, so I couldn't really see how deep it went.
I'm in a puddle, so I want to know if it's like a fish tank, a swimming pool, like, how much water's down there?
You guys want to go investigate that underneath like the giant altar thingy?
Yeah, and I'd like to offer my riding back to Morgwin or Ray, either of those two, if they're willing to ride on my back while I'm in this form. They would be welcome. Fizzgig is no longer welcome on my back.
Go ahead, Ray.
Ray,
Yeah.
he thanks you for the offer, but he walks on his own anyway.
You guys end up going. Raimundo, you like have your torch out, right? Or I'm sorry, you're in your reptile form. You can't see that well with it, but the group has like torches and stuff, and they kind of light up ahead. This is like a large, like almost like ziggurat type structure that was built here, you know, in this underground mountain, right? The mountains of Zephyrus. And you look under here, and it's like, as the torchlight gets a little bit more of illumination, it must be like only a few inches deep, but there's like, you hear the scurrying of like insects. It's pretty grim. You know, it's like trying to walk into like a deep, dark part of your basement, but the light's completely off. And then you see like dozens, if not thousands, of centipedes.
Oh, lovely.
Are the centipedes like up on the ceilings and the walls, like as well and stuff like that?
Make a nature roll, Raimundo. I mean, you're used to the desert, but not like the swamps or anything like that.
I'd be able to see it all clearly with the darkness invocation. So is there anything that light isn't providing?
Yeah, there's just like, you squint a little bit into the darkness down there, beyond what you can see. You make the perception roll with disadvantage. Because it's dark vision.
No, it's I can see normally in darkness. It's not
yeah, the only thing is I changed that rule. It's dark vision.
Oh, okay.
But you can see through magical darkness, but it's still considered dark vision.
Okay. Right.
Am I able to help with that if I cast light on a torch and throw it in there?
You want to cast light and then throw a torch?
Yeah.
That's a 13.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking down there, Ray, and it's kind of like what I've said. Like, I'm waiting for Raimundo. What is your nature roll, Raimundo?
Sorry, what is my which?
Nature roll.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. 1 moment.
Having you roll on everything. Typical DM trap.
Now nature, roll it. There it goes. 12.
Like, Raimundo, you've maybe heard of some of the swamps to the west of the desert. I mean, this might be like some spawning pool or some kind. And like
no.
Ray, you see it, like there's just like tons of these little insects like crawling and sloshing, ripples on the skim of the surface.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing big, like they're just small little insects. Maybe hatchlings of whatever creature you guys slayed before was.
So similar to like the hallways that are off the main hallways,
yeah,
where they're filled with all the centipedes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't desire to go down any, hidden tunnels or anything like that. So, after what's just happened, I think we should all get a breath of fresh air and some daylight. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but...
What about the dark tunnel with the shadows? Don't you want to check that out? I mean, there isn't that much treasure in this particular room, right? There must be some treasure somewhere.
I think we've made our coin, plus we've got 500 waiting for us back in the city.
I agree. I think we go capture our bounty and move on. I don't want to dig down in no poop hole.
Okay. Yeah, I can do with some bars and, stewed rabbit and, women. I'm good.
Maybe find another imp friend.
No
more.
Maybe none of that.
Maybe find another imp friend and then we can cut off more of your fingers. That'll be good. I can just watch.
It'll be hard to do semantics without fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Are we good to head back to town?
Yeah, I think we should head back. Although I do want to take out that tunnel, but nothing can do if not everyone's interested.
Okay, so I don't have any interest in that tunnel that goes way down, but I'm not going to override a group if they're going to want to go down there. So
I think we're pretty
perhaps
split.
we got what we came here for.
That's kind of the
We
way I
found
feel.
the reason why. We freed the people that were alive. We killed what was here.
But except for the one unleft dark tunnel with shadows coming out of it, right?
No, it was the bit underneath, wasn't it? Where
Yeah, it's
Neji
underneath
found
the
them?
trap or something like that, right?
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
that's more of like a hole where like goblins would run up from the Underdark. You know, like it's a sewer entrance into this place.
We didn't
Oh.
find a way through the centipede hallways, so unless you guys wanted to figure out a way through them to see if they lead anywhere, but
If you're
it
saying
means dealing with 1,001 bugs.
All right, let's head back to the town or whatever. We came from a town, right? I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
just one question though, if it is a sewer, wouldn't that sewer lead to a town? Wouldn't that the way they was getting the farmers from? If it was connection to do it, so wouldn't it be better going through that way, getting us there in a shortcut way, in a way?
But we don't know if it leads that way.
That may be true, but
Farmers don't usually hang out in towns. They usually hang out in farms.
I ain't
that is
much
true. But
interested in getting diseased.
I think the sewer was more of a metaphor than literal.
yeah, I kind of get with that. But my curiosity is spiking quite a bit. But I'm all good with regards to the town.
Yeah, let's head back and get some equipment or whatever. That's fine.
And to be honest, another hit on me right now, I'm gonna die.
You look over at Morgwin, you look over at Fizzgig. He's on death's door.
On that note, though,
I don't really want to heal him.
I'm gonna heal
He doesn't
myself.
need
I'm
any
gonna
more
use-
hit points. He's fine the way he is. Walk it
I'm
off.
gonna
Put some
use-
dirt on it.
I'm gonna use second wind.
Yeah.
There you go. You could have also used hit dice during the short rest. You know that, right? I don't know if you did or not.
I did. And that's how I was able to survive that last attack.
You heal for 6.
Yeah.
You mean when you stepped in front of my sword? I wouldn't call that an attack.
Neji, what are you thinking?
I'm kind of just okay. I give some kind of indication that I'm just okay with going into the town. Like I nod when everyone's talking about like how we got what we came here for. Let's just we claim our bounty. Mission success.
Let's go get us some drink.
Maybe put my finger on some ice. Maybe it'll survive.
The lack
just like
thereof.
We're heading to Callian, right? The city of elves. Or one of the elvish cities, correct? South of here? It's 1 day's travel. It's a little late, though, in the evening, guys. It's 8 o'clock. As we've pushed the limits, as we're about ready to leave, you guys are making some good progress and good advice. But it is getting late. If we'd have to rest either outside of those ruins a little bit right now, or travel tomorrow during the day, or what do you guys want to do? You guys want to push it at night? Travel through the night.
Let's camp outside. You don't want to camp in the dark tunnel, do you? Or the dark temple?
We camped on the way here, right? Where we were like 2/3 of the way or something.
You guys traveled all day, so you guys left in the morning. It was about 8 hours travel, and so it's pushed.
Early afternoon.
You guys have been in here probably about 4 hours, I think.
It was early afternoon when we entered because the idea was we come in, we get some treasure, and then we go check out the farm. But
Yeah, you guys didn't even know you were coming here. Originally, you were given some flyer by some like rando guy.
maybe we should find said.
I kind of like resting where we found all this loot.
It at least gives
us this
us
dais.
nothing's going to be able to surprise us that way. We can see everything.
Yep.
You know the summoning bracelet for the centipede. If the centipede dies, would I know through the bracelet, or is it only something I can see through visual?
You're right. It would come back to your. It would come right back.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to use my centipede and put it through that tunnel.
How I want to say it works is you literally throw the bracelet down, say a command word, it transforms into it, and when it dies, it transforms back into the bracelet where you got to go like pick it up again.
Yeah, so
because you are attuned to it, right? It requires attunement.
So it's not going to magically teleport to my hand from a long distance?
No. What do you want to do? And you can't you can speak to the centipede, but it can't communicate back to you, kind of like with Tim 2's, echo thingy.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. I thought I just might be able to communicate where if it dies, it'll teleport back.
You guys are all thinking this. The exhaustion's starting to hit everybody. Everybody rolls a con check, DC 10, or take a stack of exhaustion as it's 8 o'clock at night.
Oh man, do you see me? I'm laying down up at the top of the dais, resting.
You don't have to, but you're still awake, and you've traveled all day, and you've also fought hard work. But yeah, Ramundo, but you said that, so I won't do it. But if you start moving around even from this spot, you have to take this roll.
I mean, I'm just sitting resting. I don't know what these guys are doing. They can make their rolls. But...
I was keen to sit with Ramundo and just set up camp at the top there, like I was saying. So.
I've now taken my second stack of exhaustion.
Because
that's the rules as written exhaustion rules, guys. Every hour, and then the DC goes up by 1 every hour.
I love it, man. That's why I'm sitting there as everybody's going. I want to
you guys are I'm gonna say you and Ray are resting, but everybody else, I guess, is just kind of you guys have to decide what you want to do.
I'm also resting.
If we're resting, are we having a long rest, or is it just
So here's what we'll do. We'll keep the rolls, but if you guys start moving around, the rolls stick.
Even
because you guys are beat. Resting. The Echo is resting too. The Echo looks back at you and it's like, I'm the real one.
Yeah, that's good. You can do everything now. Just kind of take it easy.
I'm the one who killed the cultist. Yeah. You're just the imitation.
But I get all the ladies.
I get all the ladies.
Is Ramondo remaining in alligator form?
No, after an hour, I will be turning back. So it lasts for an hour. I will keep it as long as I can.
I will take the bag that holds the book and put it's over my shoulder, but it's between me and Ramondo.
So you guys are sleeping back to back, and the book is in between your backs?
Yes.
So are we sleeping here, guys, tonight? Is that the plan is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Seems like it. At the top of the dais.
Where the treasure was.
How far is the farm area from the mouth of the cave?
It's probably a good 30-minute walk. So that's a half mile away, something like that.
Okay.
What are you thinking, Neji?
So I still have Sonic Whispers up with Morgwin because it was 5 hours.
Sure.
Definitely hasn't been 5 hours. I just kind of tell him pretty sure it's better to just go off to the farm. It's really not that far away. We've pretty much cleared everything there is to clear, in the cave. So
if we cleared as much as we can clear here, then we might be safe. Plus, all these fuckers are knackered. Look at this one over here, and he cut his own fucking finger off. And look at this one over here. He's tuckered out. Let's just stay here. I admire your youthful vigor, but I don't think we're all gonna make it.
Okay, then we should definitely try to cover up that hole so nothing can come through it while we sleep.
That might not be a bad idea.
Neji, I mean, you think about how to cover that hole up. You got to get sticks, branches, lumber, or something like that, and you're already kind of beat. You've traveled all day, and you're in the body of a small boy the entire time. So it's a lot of wear and tear on you. And you think to yourself, you're pretty beat, and you start working around, start doing woodwork at 8 p.m. at night. Man, you're pushing it, right?
Am I going to take another stack of exhaustion?
No. But you're pretty beat. By the way, you did not take a stack of exhaustion. We're just keeping that roll. But you do feel the the onset of the exhaustion hits you, and you know, like, you're just probably not up to it, and Morgwin is starting to make a lot of fucking sense as you came back from the brink of death.
All right.
I mean, how's your fucking leg there, lad? Your bone was sticking out.
I look at it, stick it out. It looks okay. I mean, it doesn't hurt too much. It's bruised, but
Looks better than that finger anyway.
Right? So we should maybe take a watch.
I need the long rest. I really don't want to take the first watch, but I'm happy to.
If I take the second watch, I feel pretty good after an hour of sleep or of rest, so I'll be able to do the second watch well.
how long is needed for like the long rest to go through? Like, can we just interrupt it with watches, or
There's
no?
three people have to take rest. Fizzgig has said he'll take a rest. Ray said he'll take second watch, and who will take third watch. And you can also take watch in teams as well, right? If you want to.
I'm going to other than Fizzgig, because we're all terribly scared about him. Before we go and sleep, who needs any sort of healing?
I'm good.
Everyone's pretty good.
Yep.
I guess I'll watch with whoever's single, maybe like Ramondo or something.
So wait, when we have a long rest, we don't heal to full?
You do not heal to full. You just receive your hit dice back unless you're resting in town.
Oh my.
Who's taking third watch is the better question. We have Fizz taking first watch, Ray taking second. Who's taking third?
Ramondo.
Knowing that,
Raimundo's taking
Ken-
third.
Yes.
Is anybody teaming up with any other group? So we have Fizz, Ray, and Raimundo. Tim, do you want to team up with someone?
I'll team up with Fizz because, as you said, somebody's got to watch him.
Ray, Scott second watch. Morgwin, are you to just fully rest, or you want to watch with anybody else?
I didn't use any spell slots, so in theory I could take second watch.
Morgwin. So yeah, Morgwin and Ray will be together, and then Raimundo is on third watch. Does Neji want to go with Raimundo, or does Neji want to just pass out for the whole night?
I'll stay watch. Well, how about like I'll try to, but my small body is just like, nah, man. I don't care what you want. You're just gonna knock out. And I just kind of like collapse on the ground.
Sorry, if I do watch, I still get my spell slots back.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, sorry. The way Morgwin made it sound is
I don't know all the hardcore rules. This is just how I do it because I like do it with Matt Mercer, and this is kind of how he does it. You know, just listen to his stuff.
Like long, like this type of rest, you'll get your spell points back. You can heal with your hit dice, but
Yeah.
and I'll take that third watch. Neji, you can join me.
Yeah, no,
I'll
I'll
lull you to sleep, man.
in all seriousness,
like you're
I'll-
exhausted, so if you do try and stay up with me, I ain't gonna let you.
Yeah, no, in all seriousness, I'll take watch with him.
With Raimundo?
I'll, before I retire for, I'm gonna cast a healing word on Fizzgig since he's taking first watch with Tim, just in case anything does come to grab us in the dead of night. So it'll be at second level, so it's gonna be 2d4.
Well, actually, when you cast that spell, you can. Is an innate spell per long rest, correct?
Yeah.
So
but the way they're wording it now is you can use it with any spell slots as well.
That's right, to recharge it, but it's still to recharge the ability, but it's still cast at first level.
Is it to recharge it? Oh,
Yeah, that's the way I do it, because you don't have full access to the spell in that way. To upcast it, really, just to recharge it. That's how I interpret it.
Yeah, I'll do it at first level, and that's cool. Sorry, I crossed out of it accidentally.
Because the thing is, too, is technically you're using Warlock pack, your pack slots, right?
Yeah.
Technically, you can't even recharge it, because pack magic is totally different from spell slots.
Word damage.
Because you have something called pack slots and not spell slots. But that's okay. We'll let it slide.
I'm healing 5. Okay.
You heal for 5.
What? Roll for 5?
Fizzgig heals for 5 because Ray casts it on him, and we do first watch.
Hey, so Fizz, how's your finger?
Good job, plays Gig takes that as a joke.
Put your models where you're sleeping for the night.
If you ever need me to make a tourniquet next time, I'm available. Just don't, you don't need the pain, man.
Thank you.
It's like the Yakuza,
Is it just me, or is Raimundo's feet up and then?
Yeah.
I knocked myself out. So if you do right click on your guy, you can do a status, and I knocked myself down.
Yeah, your feet are sticking up, and your body's
in the ground.
In the ground, yeah.
Nice. That's pretty good. I'm like upside down.
Yeah. Like it's just reversed.
Yes, it do something because it's a Hero Forge model.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so we're on first watch yet?
Yeah, this is your opportunity to kind of role play it out between Fizzgig and Tim.
Okay, there's something I wanted to do here, and I don't know how it would work. So I'm kind of interested.
Tim, you're looking at Fizz. He's thinking about something.
I go towards Tim.
You don't need to go to. You don't need to go toward me, man. Pick somebody else.
I go towards Tim, and I go, Tim, I'm gonna go take a leak. So he knows where I'm disappearing to.
Now, here's the way I'm looking. I'm looking at the situation. Tim and the Echo are down here sleeping. Your centipede is down here as well, right? Yeah. You're up here taking watch, kind of up here, and then you say to Tim, "I'm gonna go take a leak."
Well, I'm gonna go down here and then tell Tim that I'm gonna take a leak.
Okay, then where are you going?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
knock yourself out, buddy.
Where do you go?
I head up the stairs.
Yeah. And
I go down the north corridor, northern wall.
Okay. Tim, I mean, you kind of see this, right? He's like walking up a lot. He's taking a pretty long way around to go take a piss somewhere. Do you want to do anything, Tim?
No, I'll let it go. What the hell? Let's see what happens.
It's a really bad idea to pair you two together.
Am I able to control the centipede from here?
Yes.
Even though I'm not allowed to give it orders, but can I control it?
No, you have to be like with it. You cannot mentally control the centipede. You have to you have a command word and talk to it.
Okay. Can I say that it followed me then?
Yes. We'll move the centipede with you. We'll say that you took the centipede with you. That's okay. We can retcon it.
Okay, so since I'm like probably out of earshot from most people now, if anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if this will work, but I want to use the centipede to try and get the book.
You whisper to the centipede, like to go stealth in there and get the book. Try to crawl over Morgwin. Now, Morgwin and Raimundo are like sneaky. You know, they're sleeping back to back. Morgwin has it in his backpack, and the backpack is in between Raimundo and Morgwin. How it works is they're both asleep right now.
Yeah.
So how we're going to do it'll work, but we have to make some rolls. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we roll a stealth roll with the centipede. I will roll the roll because it's a creature. Or do you want to roll it? Because it's fun.
I'm happy for you to roll it. My rolls have been really bad lately, so.
Okay, so I'll roll it with the centipede. It has a +2 to the roll. Tim rolls a perception roll. I'm going to move your character back, and I'm going to say, like, you done taking your piss? Are you heading back, or are you staying up here?
Oh, I'm staying up here. I've not gone for a leak.
The centipede, starts crawling towards Morgwin and Raimundo. I roll what'd you roll for perception? You roll a 5. I roll a 10.
Whopping 5.
Okay, cool. You're both asleep. But your backs are one to another. So the centipede is trying to like crawl in to the backpack and grab this thing. Its intelligence is -5. So it's not like the most intelligent. It's just like a bestial creature understanding like basic commands. It looks at you two like kind of like sticking back to back. It's been commanded to do it, so it follows with absolute obedience. So I'll have you both make a roll though, because you're going to feel like these crawlers come over you. So Ramundo and Morgan roll. They're asleep, so they get disadvantage on the roll. It's a perception roll against the creature's stealth.
As a druid that like has the ability to turn into these things, you want me to still roll with disadvantage?
You are asleep. You're just feeling. You're trying to feel the crawlers come over you. So I have to roll well with stealth against both your rolls. Since Morgan is pretty smart about it, he said you're both sleeping together, so you both get to roll on it. But it's a disadvantage. So Morgan, you both roll a 5 because you're asleep. Does that make sense? Is that fair? Or it's more like I should roll with disadvantage, right? And you guys probably should roll straight up. But I think when you're asleep, you roll with disadvantage still. How about this? I will also roll with disadvantage as well. Right?
With a 5, with that intelligence, that sort of makes sense.
Yeah, okay. I rolled an 18 and a 13. So I beat your guys' 5. Okay?
Yeah.
So successfully.
And how much weight can this centipede carry?
It's pretty.
And how much does the book weigh?
It crawls into the backpack. It's pretty. It's a small creature, so I'm saying it could like easily get inside this backpack. Mm-hmm. Now, yes, I will make. I don't want to make too many rolls. I mean, I beat the roll. I'm gonna say it grabbed the book. Let's say it grabbed the book and it brings it back as commanded. And I mean, we had Tim roll as well, guys. So I mean, it's not like we didn't have a lot of contesting rolls. Okay, here we go. The centipede comes back with the book to Fizzgate successfully.
Okay, so
oh wait, but let's go to. I know Tim walked away a little bit, but you've been gone for a little while now. Tim is probably is Tim growing suspicious, or is Tim just letting this happen?
No, I'm pretty sure he's doing something funny, but whatever. I'm kind of like live and let live, whatever he wants to do.
What do you
maybe
do,
he's playing with this. Maybe he's playing with his penis. I don't know.
Fizz, you have the book.
Okay. The first thing I
wait.
do with the book.
Does Morgwin have a spell book?
Yeah.
He has another book though, right? Is it in your backpack?
Which book did he take?
Yeah, do you have a spell book, or you have your spell book probably in your backpack as well?
I don't think I would. We don't have enough money to have tattoos yet.
Yeah.
So I would assume that it's a book.
It's because you're a wizard, right?
No, I'm a bard.
You're a bard. Oh, yeah, the bard doesn't have a spell book.
That's right. Your rule with bards are it's no book, right?
There's no book. But do you have any other books in your inventory? Okay, so this was the only book anyways in there. Otherwise, I would start making rolls to see what random book it pulled out.
I get it. It. That's cool.
I thought maybe you're a wizard. I'm sorry.
That's cool.
You have the book, Fizz. It brings it back, and you hear it just chittling, It pulls it out of its like mandibles. It drops it at your feet.
Okay, I grab the book. I move in through this hallway.
Yeah.
About here. And I place the book
on
the inside, just here.
Yeah, there's like... Do you see the centipedes are in here?
Yeah.
There's the density of the centipedes. It's been like a few hours. Like, I'm going to say you started doing this like an hour in. Right? Yeah. What do you do, Fizz?
I'd literally drop the book in a doorway and so if the centipedes can crawl over it.
They do start to crawl over it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the book here.
So you're kind of trying to hide it away here a little bit?
Yeah, like as if to come back for it later, sort of thing.
Okay, sure. I like that. What else? Is that it?
Yeah, that is it. I'm just gonna walk back.
So you basically conceal the book in this like unknown place in there, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool. I like that. You go back and meet up with Tim, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, move your model again.
How's your number 3, Fizz? I mean, it's like you didn't even do number 1 or 2. You took like 15 minutes.
Oh, before we do that, I'm going to make it interesting. I'm going to move Fizz back real quick. Tim makes a perception. Yeah, Tim makes a perception roll.
Okay. I haven't been rolling very well today, so. Uh, 11.
Good. You hear someone coming up.
Someone? Like, not Fizz?
You hear footsteps. And they don't sound like Fizz's footsteps, because Fizz is a giant furball. Okay. You know, this is like someone quieter. And, you know, you're trying to be pretty perceptive. And it's not coming from the direction. Raimondo, where are you? Oh, you're off. Are you sleeping in this other hallway over here, Raimondo?
I'm underneath the dais.
Okay. Oh, for some reason I have you over here too. Weird. Let me delete that.
Oh, yeah, look, I got 2 guys. All right.
As soon as I hear anything...
Well, 1 second. So I rolled you rolled a 10? So yeah, you
11,
hear
11.
the footsteps, yeah. I'm trying to find the front of this place. I'm lost.
North is...
There
south is where we came from.
Yeah, let me pull this guy out.
Yeah, north is where I am.
I'm gonna wake everybody, obviously. I'm not gonna sit there.
You wake everybody up?
Yeah.
And Morgwin, you wake up and you look around because you're kind of like cautious, Morgwin. Fizzgig is like missing, or you know he's not around. I'm assuming you like checked the backpack right away, pretty much. The book is missing too, but you see a guy, right? We don't need to put out the model because there's just one guy, right? We're sort of in theater of the mind, right?
Okay.
You guys look across the hallway. Ray spots him with his vision. You're like, no fucking way. It's the fucking guy. It's the fucking guy, Ray, who handed you the fucking pamphlets. He's come back. What do you guys do?
Wait,
He's like come in here and he's like, what is this?
Huh?
What's going on? Who's there?
We got all the treasure.
Oh, actually, I think he's in it with. I think he's in it with the cultist, isn't it?
Oh, you did? That's great. I'll be heading out.
No, you're not.
What do you do?
I'm gonna attack him. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, we roll initiative. I roll a 7.
He's in it with the cultist. He wanted to.
Okay, it's just one guy, guys. So I guess we don't even need to roll initiative. Do you like try to subdue him really or something?
Yeah.
So you got to beat his initiative.
All right. Because he's obviously in it with them, right?
Yeah, everybody. I just rolled really poorly, so I'd probably have to roll really high to try to outrun you guys or something.
16.
Okay, I'm gonna say you subdue this fucking guy.
Yeah,
you don't even need to do it because it's probably like pretty mute. 6 of you guys versus one poor little cultist.
Yeah, put the.
Hey, get your hands off me! I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, you came here for your reward, buddy. I know what you're.
Did you find the loot?
Yeah, we found some rabbits. We found some fun things, you know.
That's great. What? You let me go?
Nope.
You tie him up. You bind him up.
Anybody want to ask him any questions before I snap his neck?
You have answer to the law. We should hand him in. He is proof of what has happened here. He will squeal under their intimidation.
And it'll be worth more than the 500 gold we were promised.
Oh, well. Is that true?
I know what the fuck you're talking about. You slap him?
I'm gonna go for subdued damage.
You just slap him. You don't need to roll. You slap.
Hey.
You want to knock him out though?
Yeah.
Okay, you knock him out with one slip. You punch him.
So if we don't kill him, we're gonna get more money. Is that what you're saying?
Well, we bring him in. You know, he deserves to face justice, like Raimondo said.
Okay. I mean, because normally I would think justice is just killing them, but you know, in this case, but
those people that are missing loved ones, they deserve to know who's responsible for luring him here.
Got someone to direct their.
If anyone's going to kill him, let's let them do it.
Okay.
Right.
Stoning.
Sounds like a plan.
And right around this time, Fizzgig makes his way back from his bathroom break.
Fizz.
I de-summoned the centipede.
Okay.
I was going to say, roll initiative.
Hey Fizz, so did you do your number 3? You didn't do number 1 or 2, but like you spent like all that time there.
Yeah.
Number 3 meaning,
I did a number 2, and the bandage slipped off my hand when I was wiping my ass. I had to re-bandage up, and since I couldn't really find much, I had to rip a bit of my clothing.
Yeah, I know. I know you were lonely. Don't worry. I trust you did the number 3 properly. It's okay.
Who's tying him up?
I'll tie him up. I have some rope left.
Make a
Fizzgig? I'll let Fizzgig go.
Okay, so
Excellent.
you guys are going to be watching him too at night, right? You tied him up. You watched him, right? Tim makes a sleight of hand roll, right, to tie him up correctly. It's versus his strength or something, right?
17.
Okay.
Can I say?
Seems pretty tight.
Can I say to Tim to tie the guy up to me as I sleep?
Huh? Tie what?
Because I'm really heavy, and it's not like he can get away, and obviously the people on watch.
You want to redo the bindings,
Difference in this game.
Fizz?
Yeah, I want him to tie the guy to me myself.
Why would I do that?
Well, he's negotiating this tie me up, tie me down bullshit. Gwen looks over at the cat and says, "Give it back.
Give what back?
Give it back. Don't fuck with me, lad. Give me the fucking book."
I have no clue what you're on about.
Oh, you're not even fucking with me anymore. Just give me the book back.
I have no clue what you're on about.
I'm not going to believe anything you say until you hand me the fucking book back.
I really have no
There's
clue what you're on
nothing
about.
you can say that's going to change my mind. Go get the fucking book and bring it back.
Can I intimidate at this point to assist Morgwin?
Do you have it in your pocket?
It's up to you guys. You can try to intimidate, but you don't make rolls. I mean, it's you try
Armando, turn
do
this
the player,
son of
you
a
know.
bitch upside
It's
down
just
and
like
shake
that's.
him.
I have proficiency in it. I'm not high in charisma.
You
I'm
guys
not
can
great.
just go ahead, Ramondo, roll it up if you want to.
Just like in the role, I'm standing behind him, saying like essentially, if he doesn't, it's gonna go down.
Fizzgig, you seem to be a little bit overwhelmed. Like Ramondo and Morgwin are like, you see like Ramondo's moved up behind you. Like, you're a big guy, though, as a furbog, but Ramondo's also a pretty big guy. What do you do, Fizz?
Trained.
I'm gonna do straight up the obvious thing I should do right now is I'm gonna drop everything I've got onto the floor, and I'm gonna strip naked so they can see that I've legitimately got nothing. They're gonna spin around and go like, huh? Like I'm willing to spread my ass cheek. Is that what you wanted?
Is he pretty hairy? Like, as a furbog?
I've never heard of someone shelving
Yeah.
a book before.
And did Tim say, while we were all awake, that he had been gone an inordinate amount of time?
That's up to Tim.
Did that take place afterwards when you asked him about how long he'd been away?
Well, I sort of mentioned that he was away for a while and that he was doing
Right.
number 3 as a joke. So
Yeah, exactly. So you said it after we were all awake. I'm just developing a timeline here, is all.
sure.
So you still got 9 fingers, you fuck. Where's the book?
I have no clue.
He's standing there
I went
naked
to
in front of
take
you.
a I went to take a. I went
The
to
thing
take
is,
a
my
leak and-
insight at that point and my background will know that when you say you have no idea, that you are full of shit. And if you want to roll that, we can roll that. But I have a +5 insight.
All right,
This
let's do it. We'll do one roll. Fizzgig rolls a deception versus Morgwin and Ramondo's insight.
Copy that.
I do know which direction Fizzgig went, so we could sort of just track the
Nice.
location, right?
Well, we'll see if the deception works, and we'll see what happens.
Not bad.
We have a 12 and an 8. And an 8. So Ramondo's correct. He's role-played it correctly. He sees through the deception. Fizzgig, they know you're lying. Even though you're butt naked there, you kind of maybe bow your head in a little bit of shame. What do you
We
do?
can scour this whole place, but if we're doing that, you're not coming out of here with us.
I don't have the book anymore.
So show us where it is.
That's unable to show you where it is.
You know he's lying, right? You know he's lying.
I know.
But I'm not lying with that though, technically, because I'm telling them the truth in a way.
Yeah, but it's just like it's just like what you're saying. You're saying like your truth, but they know it's like bullshit.
No, but what I'm saying is like I'm.
He means he doesn't
what's
have
the word?
physical possession, like because he.
Yeah, I mean you're trying to lawyer it a little bit, but they know you're lawyering it too.
We
You know.
told him that we know that's fine, but we also know that he put it somewhere. He needs to take us to where it is. Otherwise, we will scour this place again to get it, and we'll do it without you. Meaning you will be dead.
I tried. I tried hiding it within the centipedes, and the centipedes took it away. So that's if you want to thing, yeah.
Neji, what do you wanted to say?
This is a little.
Where you put it.
This is a little bit of a stretch, so it's up to you whether or not I can do this. But can Neji assume that he might have used the giant centipede because Tim would have known? He would have seen if fucking Fizzgig took the book himself, and then can I use Psionic Whisper on the centipede because I'm allowed to do that to get him to show me where the book might be?
Unfortunately, the centipede is desummoned.
Yeah.
So,
but like, can I? Well, does he have memory?
You look at the well, the centipede's gone. You see the gold bracelet. He threw the gold bracelet on the ground as Fizzgig is naked. Now, what it is, Tim knows where it went. So what I'll do is, if you guys want, if Raimundo and Morgwin want to insist, they could just go roll an investigation roll in the direction of where Tim was talking about. He did mention that he gave it to some centipedes. So just a simple investigation roll by Morgwin, and Raimundo can try to find the book.
Can I get assistance from any of the other party?
Well, that's what it is you and Morgwin are looking for it, so that's the advantage roll, really.
Okay. I mean,
you guys are right to go off and look for it. I'll watch this one. See if he pulls any more crap.
I still think that he's under the influence of that demon that we fucking killed.
Well, either we.
I'm
either
not
he's
so
too
sure.
far
I think it's
gone,
his
or-
instinct. I think it's his instinctual nature.
Oh, so he's just an arse. Fair enough. We'll be back, lads. So are you proficient in investigation?
You
Dan?
just roll it too. Morgwin rolls it straight up too. So Raimundo already rolled. He rolls a 17. Morgwin rolls as well.
Okay, so there's no. I don't get the advantage. All
Nope.
right, so I'm proficient.
No, because
There we
this
go.
is sort of the
13.
advantage roll. So Raimundo searches it the best. He seems a little bit more determined in finding the roll. How we make the roll, Fizzgig, to see if you hide it, is you roll a sleight of hand roll. See how well it's hidden, right? Because they spend like a few minutes. You roll sleight of hand to see how it's hidden. They know in the general direction where it's hidden. Because of course Tim kind of saw you. You did tell Tim, and Tim was like kind of watching you. You know, he didn't know about the centipede and stuff like that. But, you know, it's kind of suspected, you know, what's going on. And Morgwin has seemed kind of jumpy all night. And, of course, they have the cultist bound up. He's gagged down below. So your sleight of hand is 15. Raimundo, it takes you a few minutes, but you find it, right? It's right where he said it's under some centipedes. The centipedes have started to disperse more, so it must be easier to hide. He hid it in this, like, corner somewhere, right? So, yeah. See how I did that, Fizz? Is your roll was less than his, right?
Yeah.
You find the book, Raimundo.
I pointed out to Morgwin. I do not touch it.
It goes back in the bag then. Keep an eye on me back, will ya? I don't trust that fucker.
You have no reason to.
He seems evil.
Hey, he's shown nothing but.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Agree.
It's only the first watch. That's the thing. I don't think we've actually gone through the full long.
Yeah, you guys have only been up for an hour. Down for an hour, roughly.
I may have an idea with that. We can put the this cultist bastard and Fizz tie them together and just knock them both out.
Well, we can break their legs.
Oh,
That-
No, because then we'd have to carry them out. Fuck that. Tie them up together.
You guys want to tie Fizzgig up?
Yeah.
Do we have enough?
Tie the two together. I have 50 foot of rope.
Fizzgig, do you resist being tied, or what do you do?
I do not resist. Although I ask for the piece of decency to allow me to get my clothes back on and equip.
Nah, fuck you, mate.
Oh gosh.
I am buck naked. I don't want to be buck naked.
I would like to knock out Fizzgig before tying him up, if possible.
Oh god.
Are we knocking Fizzgig out?
I'm going to resist on the knockout.
Right. We do have some rules in military. You don't need to beat them if they're willing to be. Give him the dignity of covering that furry thing up, please. Basics. No equipment. But you can give him back his undies.
Yeah, I'm more used to dealing
Yeah,
with
sounds fair.
scoundrels. I don't give them such decency.
Since this bracelet is shown to me, I'd prefer to keep this bracelet on my wrist.
No. That's how you fucking stole the thing in the first place, isn't it?
A centipede could easily eat through ropes, or at least one that size. There's fucking no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no way we're that stupid.
And to be honest, at some point, I'd rather play the game rather than play the party.
Hey,
I don't want to be a dick about it, guys, but
Yep.
the idea of playing against each other does not interest me. And I'd rather play Dungeons and Dragons instead of one guy being a dickhole. I'm just going to be honest.
Fizzgig gets his clothes on and he's tied up against the cultist for now. And then the rest of the evening is uneventful, right?
Cool. So we long rest?
Yes, we long rest. Let me change the time here. It's now
Even
6 a.m. in the
though-
morning.
Even though I'm timed up, am
Yes.
I still at a long rest? Okay.
Yes. They tied you up pretty well too.
Never stay.
You try, and they're like watching you. They're watching the cultists and stuff. So any type of thing you would try to do would be like it would be very tough to get out. Even with like if you had the thing to try to break out or something like that. I mean, they're just watching you. Tied up to this cultist. So it's pretty grim. Right, Fizzgig? Unfortunately, you are a pretty big guy, but it doesn't look good. The book seems to be in Morgwyn's possession now. And, you think to yourself, man, even if I were able to get the book up and hide it there, he would have still known it was stolen. You think to yourself, and you're like,
Oh,
it would have been pretty difficult, just to like hide the book or whatever. But yeah, it would have been hidden away. But they would have still knew that you would have stole it, right?
oh yeah, I weren't going to deny that I stole it. I was hoping to deny it to a certain extent until I at least got halfway out.
We go through a long rest. So how it works, guys, is your hit points don't go to full, but your hit dice reset, right? So you can spend your hit dice if you want to, if you're low in HP, right? And then your spell slots refresh. Strangely enough, Raimundo, the rest of the evening is pretty uneventful. The one cultist is caught. He's like kind of resolved to himself. You heard him like whimpering a little bit at night, tied up as he knew his fate was kind of sealed. And as Fizzgig, it was kind of hard to sleep because you're tied up next to this guy, right?
I mean, I'd almost like to make sure that I keep Fizzgig up, almost to create exhaustion in him, kind of as like a dick move back. But more, I want to dive into why, spend not any more time in the game, but why did he want to hide the book? I don't have any understanding as to why he did that.
Fizzgig, as it's in the morning, everybody's kind of having breakfast. Well, yeah, in the morning we're having breakfast. Raimundo's kind of interrogates you a little bit. What do you say?
So I'm guessing he's just said why I hiding the book.
Yeah.
I straight up answer. I go, well, I figured if I hide the book and you search me, then I didn't have the book. Then there might be a way I could deceive you in a way that I've not got the book at all.
But why do you want the book when we want to hand the book in and get lots of gold for this book?
I was wanting the book to possibly use the book in some sort of way.
All right, but that's okay. That's not good. I'll forgive you this time, okay? I forgive you, but this book is not good in your hands. It needs to be handed into better authorities.
I understand that, but I figured that I might be able to use this book to gather more information on such as the Emperor.
But we've been paid 500 gold to just hand this book in, right?
Yeah, fair enough. And I figured if I told you guys that, you probably wouldn't let me do what I wanted to do. So
probably not. It would have been a pretty fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Let's work with the party. Let's get things going forward. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Do you mind letting me go?
Yeah, I will. I'd unbind him even before the rest of the group at breakfast. Yeah, I'm humane.
Try to keep your clothes on next time.
And my blue body disgust you that much?
Clouded vision happens underground. I understand it. We're more comfortable in the dirt and in the sand. In the forest, maybe for you. Underground fucks with our brains. I understand that.
I tried to attempt to apologize to everyone.
How?
Is everyone accept my apology, or do I not see that on their faces, or do I?
You don't have to apologize to me. Nothing happened to me.
I will say something out of character, though. Anos, I don't want to play a game where people are going to fuck around all the time.
Oh,
and if your goal as a player character is to be like a douche, that's going to be the end of me playing.
I had no plans.
It just seems like you're just kind of being a dick. So, you're either playing a game with everybody or you're playing a game against everybody. Figure out which one you're going to do. And if it is that you want to be that character, listen to me first. If you want to play like that, that's your prerogative. I'm just not going to be here to be part of it. Yeah. All right? Do you feel me?
I'd say unless there's a pretty good roleplay reason for doing so.
But I legitimately did want the imp as a summon. That was legit thing.
Oh, that part of it is fine, but you kind of went a little dark there, and
yeah, I saw that.
We've all played games where one player character decided they want to play an evil character, and they end up being just a pain in the ass to everybody else in the party. If you're going to be that guy,
beginning of the campaign, so
we're 3 episodes in, and if that's what you're going to be doing, then as long as I know early, then I'll just find another party. So
well, I wasn't planning to play evil. It was more of the Furbolgs, as I read on the history for them, they're very high in curiosity for stuff. So curiosity, I thought, would be a nice key for stuff. But if my actions were a bit evil, I do apologize. I didn't mean to be that way.
All right, we'll go on from here.
The evil game commences.
We both spoke our piece, so,
I don't think it's evil. I think it's anti-party. We didn't want the book in your hands. We actually made it purposeful that we put our backs against each other to keep that book. We could have long rested and 45 minutes ago been back at town collecting our goods, doing that and moving on to the next session. But instead, we spent the last 45 minutes doing this, which personally I don't mind because I can have fun doing whatever. I also would have struck you down like nobody's business. Or grappled you or done whatever when it comes to the party. I would have involved Ray, Neji, and Tintu as much as I could have into that whole thing. So I don't have as much of a problem with that as Morgan when it comes to that side of things. But at the same time, dude, don't stall out the game if we're on a business transaction. So, and this is part of getting to know the party and getting to know each other too. So please, man, I don't judge. I enjoy playing with you. I enjoyed that thing, man. I thought that was really good, but I don't know about Ray, Neji, and Tintu. They didn't play a big role in that, and we all pay to play, so leave it at that. You guys keep going. I'm going to take a leak real quick.
Or number 3,
So here, I'll make a decision with the group. We're heading back to the town, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Cool. It's in the morning, so the town is roughly about 8 hours away. So I'm going to add 8 hours to the timer. You guys are traveling just down the mountain path to kind of collect your reward that you guys found from the cultists. And, Ramundo and Morgwyn tell Fizzgig, hey, this is a good proof that we have with this book. And we shouldn't be, messing with the book at all, really. So they do make a good point there. We arrived to the town at evening. You guys have already been to town before. This is where you guys got the equipment. This is where you received the order from the king of Callion himself. And we approached the stone walls of Callion. The stone walls are about 10 feet high, and they surround the port city of Callion. Their age is not shown well, and chips and wear of weathering and disrepair. There's only about a half dozen guards that man the city walls and gates. On the edge of the Arisian Empire, this city serves as the last bastion between the elves and the mountain folk to the north. Now I'll ask a question to the party. Do we want Fizzgig to re-roll because essentially he's lost the trust of the party? Should he have to re-roll the character? As you guys are probably going to boot him out as a character, right?
I don't think so.
Or do you guys want to keep Fizzgig around with his character?
I'm pretty chaotic, so I'm okay with I'm okay with anything pretty much. So I wasn't as upset as the other characters.
Like I said, I told him in character that I would forgive him, and move on.
Cool.
And absolutely in character and out. I don't need him to change characters. I don't need him to change anything that he does.
Cool.
I just need him to understand that there will be repercussions, in a game, when it comes to that type of stuff. So.
But that's unfortunately where our game ends, right, guys? We do make it to the walls of Callion before we go in. It is in the evening, and we're kind of at this port city, right? I don't know what's going on. The loudness there. I don't know why.
Port city, full of taverns, full of drinking, full of money.
Yeah,
Callion is a very interesting city where it's on the edge of the Arisian Empire, which is the very northern port city. If you look at the map, it's connected to, I think, this bay or lake in the city, in the center of Layla. But it being on such of the outskirts of this Elven Empire, interconnected between the Dwarven Empire and the northern human kingdoms, it's a quite diverse mixed population there. As you guys have already been in the city and you know everything about it, or know a little bit about what's going on. Cool. And yeah, I mean, I had fun, guys. I know, we shouldn't have evil. The goal of the parties, it's true, it should not be evil. And you guys, it's true, though, Fizz, we should be trying to work together towards, some objective, right?
Yeah.
Neji, did you have fun?
Yeah, I liked it.
Cool.